Yo,
Oh, what's up?
what's up? What's up? Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Hold on one
No
second.
problem.
All right, let's get right into it, brother. So I'm streaming right now. Go ahead and share your screen.
Yep.
Okay, just give me a second. Let me bring this up. So you're playing with a duo today, right?
Yep.
Yep. Just one thing I'll say is just make sure you're just like talking to the whole team. I've had duos where like
Yep.
they just talk to each other. I'm just like, bruh, like,
Yeah,
So
no, no, no.
yeah. So just a heads up. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna do that, but that's just like a thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let me get this piece of paper here. All right. So we're gonna briefly talk. Okay, about 20 minutes probably. Before we start. But
Okay, so should I not queue yet?
yeah, don't queue yet. Don't queue yet. Let him
Okay, okay,
know. Let
okay.
him know it's gonna be like 20 minutes, 15 minutes talk before we start. Okay, so um, just I don't think we actually have talked too much, but for the stream, people that are going to watch, what is your current rank?
My current rank is Plat 2.
Okay, peak rank,
Yeah. Peak rank was Ascendant 1 in episode 5, Act 3.
and then
Yeah,
one.
but since then yeah.
Episode 5, Act 3, Act 3. Okay,
Yeah.
and then it's fine. I was just wondering. And then what is the role or the agents you play?
Mainly Duelist.
Okay.
When there's already like 2 Duelists
Yep.
locked, I can fill. But like not that specific agents. Like I can play like Brimstone, Clove on controller, or like something like Sky, or I don't know,
Okay.
something more simple.
So
And mainly I'm playing that.
you're like a duelist smokes player. Like that's kind of what
Yeah,
you like to play.
I'm like a jet main,
Jet main, but
but
you
I can
you,
play
you
like
can play smokes, right?
yeah, I can play
Okay.
everything basically.
Okay, you
Like
can play everything. All
for
right.
example, as a sentinel, I can't play something like I don't know, Cypher or Killjoy, but I can play like Chamber or Deadlock, something more simple.
Okay. No worries. No worries. 1 second. Okay. That's that. All right. The first question. There's gonna be 3 questions. The first question, um, is going to be, in terms of Valorant. Be as specific as you can be. But how much time are you putting in this game? Daily, weekly?
I would say right now, the week, I don't know. I would try to play like a couple games a day, maybe like 10 hours a week,
10 hours a
like
week.
8 to 10.
Okay, that's quite low. Okay, how many days is that? Like 4 days a week, roughly.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, 8 to 10 hours a week. So yeah, so that's definitely on the lower end. I understand everyone's got work and responsibilities or school, stuff like that. How old are you?
19.
19. Okay, you're young, but you sound like you're 30. But I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm busting your balls. Yeah, you do sound older. I thought you were like 23 or something like that. Okay, no worries. I think that's fine. The next question is, we're probably gonna get stuck on this question for a little bit longer, but in terms of Valorant, okay, um, like what are you kind of struggling with? The walls you're hitting, your weaknesses, things you want to work on, what you identify as, weak. Why did you come to me?
I came to you because I'm stuck around Diamond 1, 2, 3 for like the last 3 or 4 episodes after I peaked Ascendant. And I'm simply playing not that much, to be honest.
Right, right.
I know that's like one of the things
Yep.
that keeps me away from getting like higher ranks, but
Mm-hmm.
in general, I want to know like what I can do better because
Right.
I know I'm not perfect, right?
Yep.
That's why I'm plat, but I
Mm-hmm.
think I cannot figure out what I can do better anymore as it was back then, like
Hmm.
in the bronze silver times we
What?
climbed so like crazily.
Why do you think that is?
Because I don't know anymore like how to improve my entries, how to like play on contact better. I just feel like I'm stuck at at a point of skill and I can't get like higher and I need the coaching.
Right, right. Okay. Um, what I'll say off that is really that, improving in anything, okay? Like getting girls, making money, business, traditional sports, cardio, bodybuilding, getting fit, anything. We can literally music, piano, anything. The key to improvement, okay, is actually obviously the first step is to do it, to being like, I'm gonna try it, right? And then when you try it, you make mistakes. And when you make them, and that it doesn't stop there. You don't just try it and make mistakes and you get better. You try it, you make mistakes, and then you process that information, and then you apply it for next time. Where maybe, and we can put it into Valorant terms, where you've made a mistake, maybe flanking, and you didn't clear a corner. We've got to process that information. You got to be like, wait, I walked down. This guy was in the corner and killed me. I never want to feel this ever again. I never want to make this mistake again. What could I have done better? Okay, maybe I should have just cleared it beforehand. Should have known he's there. Maybe I shouldn't have gone, etc., etc. You see my thought process there? How I'm laying all the options down with that one movement of flanking and dying. And we can do it
Yeah.
with anything where it's like, just a normal fight too. Like, fuck, I died. Why did I die? I was out in the open. Okay, I was insta crouching. Man, I whiffed. This. Okay, next time I'm gonna make sure I don't do this. Next time, maybe I'm gonna throw off his timing and not peek immediately, and he just one tap me swinging the corner. Do you see how I kind of use that thought process there? And then the most important part is that for the next time you don't make that same mistake, or at least limit it, because we're all human. For us to be like, oh, you need to be perfect is a little bit an overstatement. Like, it's gonna be really difficult, especially at the mid lower levels, because that's why people are there, is because they make tons of mistakes, even if they're small. Those type of small mistakes really matter. And so I want you to take away what I'm saying, as in, that should be your tool to improve. I'm gonna be honest, no coach could really, um, fix you in one session. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be critical about yourself, self-assess, the ability to self-assess, and then process that information, and then apply it. Being like, next time, not gonna make this. I'm not gonna be out in the open. Okay, I should have rotated earlier. Okay, I was too slow. Okay, I need to anchor the next time. I left and they had the site for free. You see how it works like that? And so this should be your tool moving forward on improving. And if you apply this tool, actually use it, the sky's the limit. You can improve as much as you want, because that's what pros did. People think pros just fucking played the game and did nothing and just their God-given talent to become pro. No. They all started where we started, which was like silver, plat, diamond, and then they got to the top echelons of players because they consistently wrinkled out, worked out these small details that they're making mistakes that made them lose rounds, lose games. Overall, was making that mistake too many, 7 out of 10 times, and they limit it, they remove it to 0 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. Sometimes they were making it very rarely. Does that make sense? And so, uh,
Yeah.
the ability to be, we can sum it up with like the ability to self-assess yourself in anything, the macro, like overall, okay, I'm in plat level, but I'm kind of always in the middle of the scoreboard. I'm at the top. I'm always at the bottom at that level. And then uh, it's really important that you kind of are able to self-assess and be critical and take accountability on the micro level. When you made every time you die, every round you lose, every game you lose, you need to think, what went wrong? What could I do better? Need to do that next time. Never want to make this mistake again or feel like this ever again. And I'm telling you, if you do that, you will improve really quick, even though you only have 8 to 10 hours a week to play. Trust me, back then, it's not so much now, but back then, there was a lot of part-time radiants. They would put like 15 hours a week and they're still radiant. And those people really took accountability, responsibility for the mistakes they made. Okay, so that's pretty much what I like to say. What else, though? What else would you or before I say, do you have any questions with what I said?
No, no, I get everything.
Okay, okay. Great. Making sure. Okay, so what else though? Besides that, you cannot um improve or know what to do. Okay, which is quite simple, like I just explained. Like that's how you should do it. But what else? Like, how is your aim?
I would say my aim is pretty fine. Um,
Okay.
like and when I'm spectating mates, like I'm trying to be like not that guy, but it's like every time I'm spectating the teammates aim, it's kind of like looking down on them, unfortunately.
Hmm.
And I'm not acting like it's my mate's fault that I cannot rank up
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
but that's in factor. And I would also say a big problem is that I'm playing Duelist, and most of the time I cannot play
Get
that much in a round because I
right.
die early.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Teammates don't back up and
yep, yep.
shit, and I
Their
don't know.
teammates don't know how to set you up, which is, it just kind of makes sense because they're noobs, right? You're Ascendant 1 peak player. These guys are fucking plats. They're not gonna know how to, throw a flash for you here. The smokes are going down, perfect timing where you're not dying coming out, and stuns and flashes and mollies and this and that, right? So that's very understandable. What I'll say with that is that um, especially at this level, you need to have the mentality that you're gonna go and tap 4 people in the head, like every round as a duelist. That's how you have to look at it, right? Because they're not gonna listen to you a lot of the times in plat. Yeah, they will, but like a big chunk, like 70% of the time, they don't give a fuck. They're play. A lot of these people in this elo are actually casuals, right? And that's why they've been stuck there for so long, or they just cannot improve. So with that being said, is like you need to have that switch. Okay, my teammates listen and they're good, different story. You play with them. They're 70% of the time they don't listen. You fucking need to bait the fuck out of your teammates and just start running around tapping people in the head every round. Like 4 people, 3 people minimum you're killing. Does that make sense? If you have good aim. So
Yeah.
I'll take a look with your aim. Okay, what about like more mental? Do you have any tilt problems? It seems like you have a little ego because you're like, well, I know my teammate, my boys' aims are dog shit. My aim's better, right? So maybe that can be there, right? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, it is because like
You get,
I'm gonna be honest, I
yep,
tried it often to like bait the teammates,
yep,
but then nobody's doing a move, and then we end up like
yep.
doing nothing, and
Right,
then
right. There needs to be a little
I
push. Like
yeah, exactly.
you need to like tell them go away, and then you're like I'm gonna go in, and you just make them go in first. Like and he's like, go, go.
Yeah.
You have to like communicate the bait. You know what I mean? Like it's like a high level bait where it's not just you sit around and wait for them, but it's like you tell them to go somewhere, and then they think you're gonna go in first, but you don't. It's like go, 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 go. I've done that a lot in this elo. When I was in this elo. But were you gonna say something?
I was just like my thought behind that was like I try to go in first,
Mm-hmm.
like get like 1 or 2 kills, and then they're like not afraid to enter anymore. But I don't know, like 99 out of 100 games, like I get one on side, I die, he's like pinged on a map, everything. I cleared the left and right because
Yeah.
I'm playing
Yep.
like high sands and shit, and then nobody backs up. They rotate, they do
Right.
random stuff. One
Sure.
dies on mid,
Yeah, yeah. They start
one dies on main and
feeding. They're
shit.
all just fucking running around, doing nothing. Yeah, I can understand. Um, we'll kind of work on this when we get in the custom game. But yeah, it's yeah. I fully understand. There's not much to talk about because it's not in our control. As
Yeah,
long as you are kind of communicating to them like, guys, okay, I entered, come in, and like if you're not doing that, then it's kind of on you. If you are, then okay, it's like out of your control. Like these are just plat noobs, so you gotta bait them harder than that. Like, and on the entry too, like at this level, if you have good aim, you should be getting like 2, 3 people. Like these guys are terrible. They're gonna be out in the open. They're gonna be crouched. They're gonna be just AFK. And so what you're kind of telling to me right now is to me what I'm thinking is like maybe you have problems with entering and scaling. Like you need work on that, like you said earlier, because you're struggling to get more than one, and then that translates to you kind of not being able to carry these rounds. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
um, I'll definitely give you my my protocol as a duelist on like how I entry and scale and stuff like that, which hopefully can help you. Okay. Um, anything else? Lay it all down on the table right now. Anything else that you struggle with in terms of you, and then you need to work on weaknesses, anything like that.
Oh, another thing, like in terms of game sense, I
Yeah.
think I have a like decent game sense. But I think in 1v1 situations where they plant in the open,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know like what to do because it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of a gamble, no? Like there's 4 angles,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
but besides that, I don't know.
So yeah, and I'll save this for when we're in the custom because I'll just write it down.
Okay.
1v1 clutch because it's gonna be a lot for me to talk about. But what I'll really just say briefly is, and we'll retouch this, but it's all in those scenarios 1v1, right? And you're the defender coming to retake on a 1v1, and it's planted open, and there's nobody around, or like you kind of just get there and see the bomb planted open. It's all about like a deduction, like you got to know the site, right? The map knowledge on knowing, okay, he can be here, 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 and then you simply deduct that. And then also sometimes where the bomb is planted can show where his movement goes to or where he's gone. Um, it's like small detail, but if you can kind of get better at it, and obviously experience too is involved, playing a lot of clutch situations, um, intuition, like your spidey senses, right? But that builds through experience, making a lot of mistakes, seeing this scenario a lot, know, there's game sense, there's map knowledge involved, right? So um, it's more complicated than just a gamble. But when you watch the Radiant streams and pros, when they're in those situations, they just know, right? They're just staring at one spot and there's 4 angles and they kill the guy, right? It's like um, a lot involved. But we'll break that down in the custom game. Hopefully, I can see it in the game. Okay, what else is it? Uh, anything else with your game sense?
Uh, ah,
Movement positioning's good.
like
Your movement.
yeah, as far as I know, that's why I'm here. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. What about utility usage?
Yeah, I would say like on defense, one-waying something really quick with Jet,
I'm
like
gonna,
holding off angles with updraft and shit. I don't
yeah,
know. Like,
I'm gonna assume, okay, you being an ascendant one peak, that your utility usage is quite decent. That's what I'm gonna assume and expect. But we'll take a look. But okay, that's fine. I think you've kind of laid down everything you could, in terms of what you kind of struggle with. Even though I would like
yeah.
more. Usually when I ask students at this question, like some students are really good at it. They're just like, bro, I have mental problems. This. Position. Some students are kind of like in your area where it's like they only know like 2 or 3 things, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'll take a look anyway. So that's it. Okay. Last question before we start. Okay, it's going to be
Yep.
in terms of Valorant. Be as specific and detailed as you can be, and I don't want to hear the small goal. You're at plat 2 right now. I don't want you saying, I want to be diamond. You're already fucking there. Okay, I want to see the big dream. And so, in terms of Valorant, what is it that you want? What are your goals? The big dream, big goal.
But I'm gonna be honest. It was always to like kind of be like you,
Okay.
like trying to reach like Radiant,
Mhm.
at least be immortal,
Yeah.
and also like do coachings.
Okay.
And I would actually like. I'm currently going to like a mix of school and work because I need to do this year, and then after that I'm like graduated, and
Right.
then I'm gonna take my time to like focus on that. But right now, what I want to do is like find out what I need to focus on more, and just yeah, head in a better direction than I was
Okay.
before.
Sure, and that's fine. It's pretty specific. I like it. But let's kind of develop a better big dream. I'm not saying yours is bad. I'm just saying let's get more detailed and specific, right? Because it's kind of all over the place. You're like, I kind of want to be like you, which is a coach. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not judging or anything, but it's like, um, I want you to have a big purpose. So if that's the case, then I would like you to commit and be like, I want to be a coach. I want to be at least a Mortal 3.
Yeah,
Radiant, right?
yeah,
And so because that would be a little bit better. Because you're like, I want to be immortal. I want to get to Radiant, but I kind of want to just get to Mortal One. Like you kind of see how you were wording it. So, and the way we speak is very important. It shows that you're a little bit. I'm not saying you're dumb, but you're a little bit lost in your purpose. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go to school. I'm working and going to school, finish, and then I'm gonna kind of focus on something that, and then I want to go, work on the coaching stuff, myself getting better too, right? Which is good. I like it. I told you it's specific, but I want it like fucking like a rock, like in stone, right? So is it fair to say that you just want to get to Immortal 3, may possibly rate it if you can, but like Immortal 3 is the big dream?
yeah.
Because
At least
I'm gonna
I
be
will
on
say.
I'm gonna be honest, like Immortal is like pretty low. Um, like these days, Immortal doesn't mean anything, even though it's harder to get because of the way they changed the rank system. With they reduced the RR you gain at that level around Ascendant 3. You only get like 14 for a win, 15 for a win, but when you lose, you'll lose like 20, 25. So it's harder to get. But yeah, it's really important that we develop this together. So that's your big goal, to get to Immortal 3, Radiant, to become a coach. Is that fair? If it's wrong, you let me know. We can
Yeah,
adjust it.
like streaming in general.
Okay, so like content creator coach. That's fair? Like one
Yeah,
or the other or both maybe.
yeah,
Right?
both.
Okay, yeah, sure. And that's fine. Definitely I admire it. It's fine. You don't want to go pro, right?
I think like to like be not that stressed about like like when I not perform,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
something anymore.
It's stressful as fuck. Like trying to go pro and being a
Yeah,
pro is like it's not as lavish and like cool as people make it. Like those guys are fucking working on their aim like 6 hours a day. Like who wants to
yeah,
do that? Like I only want to work on it like an hour, 2 hours max. These guys are doing six
yeah,
hours, 7 hours a day, just fucking. I would like going bald. Half these guys are 20 and they're going bald, right? So, anyways, but great, because a lot of students, as you know, they tell me they want to go pro. It's a different mental journey that I have to prepare them for, right? I'm way harder on those guys because I have to be. They want to go pro. They want to be the 0.0001%. I'm not going to be easy on those type of guys. I understand what it takes. I understand the process and trying to go pro. It's not easy. I've quit multiple times. I was pro when I was 14 in StarCraft 2, and I tried to go pro in multiple other games, Valorant included, and I quit every single time because it was so hard mentally. So that's that. But
yeah.
okay, great. I think we kind of laid down everything we kind of need to hear. I need to hear, and I'll definitely take a look. So go ahead and cue. How today will go is I'm gonna be writing notes in 5 categories. It's gonna be communication, aim, utility usage, movement slash positioning, game sense slash uh, mental game, and then after we'll get in a custom, and we won't talk. Usually the first session I don't like to talk to the student because I want to see how he'll play without me, right? I want to get an assessment of his true skill, and then yeah, we'll break it down. I'll give you all my knowledge, and yeah, and I'll send you. Oh, also at the end, we'll talk about your aim training. If you like, you don't spend much time, but I will give you resources on how to get better aim, elite aim, stuff like that. So
Yep.
that's what we'll do at the end. Okay. Any
Okay.
questions?
Nope. We're queuing right now.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. So get my notes ready.
Also, what do you think about like insta locking?
It's not bad as long as you're confident in that agent you're insta locking. If you're terrible, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying if
Yeah, yeah.
there's some people that are just terrible, even in my lobbies. I'm in the low mortal, bit mortal. lobbies right now because I don't play much. But yeah, there's like people that insta-lock Duelist, and they're just terrible, and I just start tilting in my mind. I'm just like, bro, these guys are fucking so bad, you know.
Yeah,
But
maybe we can take a look at my like triangles because as you see, I have like max 30, 40-ish wins.
yeah. Oh, and
Like
do you have more time? Can you play more or no?
I can absolutely not. That's a
Okay, then
problem.
that's a different
Like
story.
I'm
You know,
playing
so
as much as I can.
yeah, yeah, that's definitely it's understandable. There are some people that play 15 hours, 10 hours a week, and I ask them, "Can you play more? Can you put in more time?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How much more time?" They're like 20 more hours a week. I'm like, "Bro, then get to it, play. Like, what are you guys doing? Jacking off,
Actually,
right?" But in your case, you got school and work, so it's kind of a different story. So and one thing I'll also advise you to do because you don't have much time is when you're at school or you're away from maybe your PC to play, watch streams. I don't know if you do that. Watch pro play VODs, watch when you're studying and stuff like just leave it open and just kind of see certain rounds sometimes, you know what I mean? Like you'll kind of pick up some stuff at least, right? Instead of nothing. So, and then also another big one is visualize. Close your eyes. It sounds really corny, but this works. I don't know if you know I don't know if you know like Conor McGregor. You know Conor McGregor?
yeah,
Like
if you
he's
can
the
see it, then
yeah, like
yeah.
he's like the best example of visualization. He would visualize himself knocking out Jose Aldo and the traffic clearing up and him being a champion. Like in his mind, he would close his eyes and think about these and him holding the belt. And you could do the same with Valorant, where it's like you being a content creator, you having 100 people watching your streams, you getting to your goal of Immortal 3, you seeing that red triangle on your screen. Like you need to visualize these moments in time, because it's very important. It'll help you. Um, that's what I did, even in Valorant, even in life. That's what I did. I would visualize myself shitting on people in episode 5 and 6. I was Immortal 2, 3 in episode 5, 6, so it's like that's my peak.
Hello, hello.
I think you can turn the stream quality down a little bit if you want. You can put it at 1080, 30 FPS.
Can we smoke Gary's window?
It's up to you.
Does it work?
Yeah, it still works. You can just turn the stream off and then turn it back on, and there will be options on the bottom left. If not, it's okay. You can just keep it the same.
Yes. Wait, it's because of your server?
No, no, no. It's just for you. It kind of looks like it's lagging, but it's fine. Not a big deal. As long as it doesn't bother you. Okay, good luck. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Any questions? I think Warriors is in the chat. Any questions, boys? God damn, it's quiet.
One enemy remaining.
Last guy's window.
Hit 90, hit 90.
Oh, I am not cleaning this up.
That
Don't forget who you are, Omen.
Septicon.
Not a monster.
guys want to push A?
I'm gonna be playing after this session, so.
Alright.
Yo, I need to show you a screenshot. I send it to you right now. I played last night off stream. It was like I played 2 games. Or 3. I think I played 4 actually, and I went 3-1. But look at this shit, bro. Look at my MR.
Scanning ahead. Deploying drone.
Bro, I'm a fucking beast, bro. I don't even play it on better than these guys. Look at this shit. Look at this.
What should I do?
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Not to trust me. If you are not doing
Bro, the Reyna's so hyped up.
keep up appearances.
They DM'd you. That was a pretty good entry. I don't think he needs to reload though.
He goes.
Doesn't?
Shot it.
Guys is pissed though. Chamber on C. He had a gun, by the way. I think.
Did not receive. What the fuck? I sent it to you in DMs.
One's C-Link, one's C-Link.
Oh, bro, I sent it to the wrong guy. He has the same name as you, Sep.
There's no chamber ship here.
What the fuck, bro? I'm this idiot.
Stealing sight.
Bro. Yeah, it's just a screenshot, yeah. It's pretty much that. That's all. I was just gonna show you. Unk still got it, man. Unk still got it.
Enemy spotted C.
Wait, where did he die? Did he die in garage or did he die spawn? Does anybody know? It's on my phone.
Unlucky.
Okay, he's the one that died in window. Yeah, that's a little bit throw. Round 3. He needs to not run it down garage window. I wasn't sure. I was looking at my phone. Fuck. I gotta lock in. I'm gonna be honest. His comms are quite not active. I think he
Guys,
said.
let's try A if there's
Oh,
too much going
oh,
on.
oh.
Maybe try road
Here
to
it
C.
is. Here it
We'll take
is.
side. Thank you.
Asking to try stuff. Okay, okay.
Reach.
That
Done
tells me
dominating.
he's a potential to being IGL. Potential to being IGL. If anybody's calling that type of stuff, it means he has that type of skill. I'm so fucking tired. I woke up late. Slept late. I don't know why I gotta fix my schedule again. So bad.
Someone threw a short maybe?
Another one shot with a Bucky.
One down.
One heaven.
One tower.
Can feed info.
One shot.
Okay, it's not bad.
Enemy spotted A.
Ah,
One enemy remaining.
Fuck is that chamber doing?
Problem.
Dude, sleep is for winners, yeah.
I do like winning.
I'm not tired at all, but I just slept late and then I woke up late, so I feel like shit. Like I feel like I shouldn't have done that. That's what I mean. Like not like I feel like under the weather, but so I was watching Dota 2. I was watching International, and the games are at fucking 4 a.m. I don't
Guys,
know
wanna
why
go for
they're
C?
still going right
Chamber
now.
Lux A.
no, C, B no good.
I think it's in like Paris or circadian rhythm is off. Yeah, maybe.
Sage ball, C long.
Take flight.
Blocking sight.
Yep, good. Smoke to get out. Love it.
Cutting their vision.
Watch hold long, watch hold long, watch hold long.
Cutting their vision.
Using
Can you smoke? And one watch garage.
Here.
Aqua's garage.
One enemy remaining.
Revealing area.
Okay.
Oh, where did she wall at the beginning?
I like that he's aware to take C there as soon as the chamber TP's off. That was pretty good. I like that. Most people would just be there sitting AFK playing with their cock, but he's like, fuck that. He's logs. I'm going out. I was like spawn side or logs. He got out. Secured the site. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. If it's a stomp game, I might have to pivot. Not gonna lie. We'll see though.
Page is also here.
Scanning ahead.
Oh fuck.
The fuck? How does that dart go B link? What the fuck? Anybody saw that? It's crazy.
Reloading.
One's close, one's close, one's close.
My ult's ready. One enemy remaining.
Aim. His aim's not bad. Aim looks decent. Snappy aim. He's a one tapper too, like that. Can instantly delete. Decent clicking. He is quiet.
Guys,
though,
let's full push C. Moment, can you smoke? Garage and C link. Deep.
Okay, yeah, he's got
Never
a
mind, maybe like
yeah,
this.
he's got a pretty good potential to being IGL by him just saying that. Let's go C. That's the call. The plan is, smoke. I would obviously like it better, and I hope he's thinking about things. But it's still it's decent. It's not bad. It's all right. Probably definitely this level type calling.
Flash backside. Nice shot.
Backside.
Needs to either confirm he's going in or tell them he's just solo running it down.
Watch out, breach is old.
Last player standing.
Ugh. Yikes. Also, his protocol alright, IGL Pro. His IGL protocol needs to be better. It's decent.
Need a drop.
I'm so sore.
Guys, let's rush B, please. One time. Come on.
We can't hold B, that's the problem.
Yeah. Water.
Don't go B, they have breach ult.
Water
We
in
need a
it.
pick at least.
You want to play?
We need
Let's
to
play.
kill in it.
Stealing sight.
Bomba clad.
Chamber is A short.
Saw him, noob.
No, there's another one backside, Clove.
Spike down B.
I think it's a bit too shaky though.
You could still go A, by the way.
One enemy remaining.
Clove was still on B.
He
Can
takes
you smoke?
B, he updrafts
So that.
Good
that.
job.
On top side, he saw the guy left side and didn't clear or call him out.
Sova, do you know arrow for C? Show you one?
Yeah, I got the
Also doesn't need to
Oh, nice.
updraft dash.
Let's do far C again. Far C.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
bruv.
go.
watch flank.
Come here, Omen.
Yeah, bruv.
Omen, can you blind like this? From
Fast
cubby?
C, bruv.
Revealing area.
Sage on the left. Reyna, can you flash on side?
Yeah, they
Yep.
Close left, close left, close left.
Well, yo.
Spike down C.
No!
Player
Oh.
standing.
Anti.
Yikes.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
Let's go A.
Need a drop.
You know, Sova, you know the arrow for A? Like this.
There.
One bounce, full charge. You stand where I'm standing.
Guys, maybe go
So
C again. They'll expect us on A.
Side or long?
On site. Where I'm
The
standing.
fuck's
Stand
the
where I'm
NA
standing,
guy?
and then
There.
shoot on that ping. One bounce, full charge.
Thanks.
Scanning ahead. Enemy spotted A.
Not sure. What's backside as well?
Guys, let's rotate. Rotate just.
Nailed them.
He's pretty aware. He's pretty aware.
Need drone, garage.
Can account for mid when rotating back. That's pretty good. That's a high level trait there. Him clearing window there, even though it's so subtle.
One corner.
He needs to get out.
Corner, bro. Which
Spike
corner?
down C.
Yeah, bro, it's not my frame, bro. I'm sorry.
Tell them when he has sight.
There's already one CT.
Crucial. He needs to tell them, guys, I have sight, so that way they can come to him quicker.
Spike down
Who?
C.
Another one garage. Can you smoke?
I got the spike.
What the fuck? How is he not dead?
Two CT.
This guy sucks. Like, not him, but the guy spraying the box. Oh my god.
Take aim. Zenfire. Let's not complicate it.
They're kind of throwing. Wait, how did he kill the the res?
Deploying drone.
Guys, I feel like they're kind of sleeping on B, by the way.
Still in sight.
Right here.
Oh, pick,
Come,
pick.
come B, come B, come B, come
Corner,
B.
corner.
Flash, Reyna, flash.
He's in your
What are you ability saving for?
Revealing Got in here. Chop down. Too slow. My ult is ready. Here.
1 enemy remaining. Last player.
Warding 143. We got him. 7 HP. Oh, we lose this.
Nice, bro.
Nice.
Last
Just fucking
round
running
in
it
the
down,
half.
I'm not gonna lie.
Buy all you need.
Need a drop.
They are so dead.
Let's go full C.
I'll find them.
God dot, God dot.
No, that's a breaker right now.
Revealing area.
His utility usage is pretty good. Can use smokes to.
Chop down.
Reloading.
One on garage.
Like, it's not bad at all. Like, I don't think it's terrible. It's pretty good. I think it's much higher than this Elo too.
One
Like he
enemy
always kind
remaining.
of is able to. Bro, you need to look at the minimap, bro. The guy's spawn. Write it down.
Good job.
Be more aware of minimap.
Switching sides.
Okay, someone have a sheriff skin?
Might as well give them to me.
Can I have it?
Okay, we're
You
on
know?
defense. Bruv.
Oh my god.
Obviously.
Rain on A.
It's fucking so quiet. I can't hear shit.
Maybe.
Someone go B.
Enemy A.
Walking up, Aiming. 55 gem mod.
One more short.
Alright, they're rotating off A. 19C.
55 on Chamber still. Stage is close. Chamber.
My ult's not ready.
Last player standing.
Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Can half, he was garage.
Ooh.
20.
Enemies close. Eyes up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think him going somewhere else besides backside's probably better.
One's still on. Pushing him, pushing him. One more, two more.
Garage, garage.
Wait, they had a vandal. One could.
One enemy remaining.
Come, guys. Oh my god, he's camping spawn. He got a bulldog.
This is unlosable.
Thrifty.
Nice.
Good boy.
Gun here. I'm the last.
His aim is definitely not the problem. It's more like
Gun here.
awareness, communication. His aim and utility usage is quite strong. Even his crosshair placement, it's not too bad.
Let's go.
I need to see if he needs to incorporate more.
Spike down A. Spike is safe. One enemy remaining.
Where?
Blocking sight. No charges left.
There's a vandal.
Garage.
He dropped on a window.
Garage.
Uh-oh. They're gonna lose this, aren't they?
Nice.
Reloading.
These guns we use are okay, but I will also bring my own. No offense.
Omen, can you play on top of the box? On B, can you play on top?
I think he did last round.
Bonne chance, mes amis.
Yo, Jet, shoot the breach dart. I'm gonna ult.
The breach dart. The breach dart. I'll shoot the breach dart. Yo, is there any steps on B or A? Okay.
Spike planted.
Planted on A. Brian, you have flashes? One under, one under.
Enemy spotted A. One enemy remaining.
He's not bad. His aim is pretty good.
They're just bad. I may need a recharge.
Someone die? Someone want my vandal?
Yeah.
Was it 7-5? Yeah, I think it
I
was.
thought you were holding one.
No, it was 8-4. Wait. No, it was 7-5. I'm not clear. Wait. Fuck, my brain's not working.
Spike planted.
Pretty sure it was 7-5.
Can I stay here? Stay here. What?
Actually, no,
They planted on
it was
B.
it was 8-4. It was 8-4 because it was 8-4. They lost the pistol, and then they ecoed them back, so that was 9-5. And then they win that. Yeah, yep. And then, yeah, it was 8-4.
Last player
I
standing.
could, yeah, 3.
Okay, right
Yeah,
now.
it was 8-4. It is confirmed.
Done.
Oh!
Behind you!
Oh my
God.
god. What the fuck?
I whiffed. Okay. Excuse me, the guy whiffed, bruh. The guy fucking whiffed, bruh. I'm gonna be honest, his aim, yeah, I keep saying it, but his aim's really good. His aim, utility usage, solid. Calm comes next. Then it's gonna be movement, positioning, and game sense. Actually, I think even game sense is ahead. But there are different things I want him to work on.
Steps A. Never mind.
Mouse is low battery.
See.
Noise.
Enemy spotted. C. Deploying drone.
Yo,
Spike planted.
Reina, can you flash out here?
Oh, flash.
Bruh.
120 breach. Close left.
Last player standing.
There they are.
You had your fun. My turn.
I was going for the aim lab skill, but I didn't kill him. Reyna on B side.
Lost.
Give me those back.
Garage as well, garage as well, garage as well.
Ooh.
Spike down mid.
No charges left. You will not kill my.
One enemy
Window, window, window.
Oh my god, oh my god.
standing.
What?
They lost that? The guy's in the...
Race into the spike site.
Oh my
Did Reyna
god.
do, bro?
Oh my god. They're about to lose this game, aren't they?
Got 3. I whiffed on chamber, got a 130. And I don't know, he whiffed on chamber or something.
The guy was rezzing out in the open, wins a 1v2.
Needed to dash break that too, bro.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
Seeing nothing garage yet.
Just Reyna.
I would like him to pick up the op too.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Oh, man. Okay, they're throwing.
The enemy only looks composed.
Guys, we need to actually like play together on retake with the drone and the Reyna flashes.
Yeah, can you guys play off angles?
It's not about the off angle when there's 5 people coming on site.
Yeah, off angles, you get a free pick.
Did it work?
This is gonna be fun.
Talking about some with off angles and it's dry peaks through a smoke for people.
See?
Fast pushing C. That bridge also, I'm not gonna bounce it.
Hey, Chamber, why you never flank on C long, by the way?
We flanked, bro.
And not through the didn't push through the smoke, yeah.
There today, bro. Already on A smokes. Planting A.
Yes.
Spike planted.
I got a dart in 10.
Reyna, they have planted here already.
One backside. One hole, one hole.
One enemy remaining.
Lock the site.
Oh fuck. Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Can I have half?
No.
My ult's ready. Oh, was that important?
Can you shoot the breach smoke?
What?
Match point.
Can you shoot the breach smoke?
Well, there,
Does
last
anyone have funds?
Probably was mocking you for shit, like for nothing, and then he. Oh my god.
They're
Buy-
gonna
I can
pass
buy
C,
that.
I think. Shoot the breach smoke.
And by you cast it.
On it, bro.
Keep up.
Play off me, yeah?
I'll pay for
You
it.
want to play? Let's play.
C. Smoke, C.
Off your feet!
I hit 2 more.
Oh my. They're rotating. 80 on stage. Probably like 100 HP. Running A. Clove is ult. Chamber is up. Drone scanned out in 5.
Spike planted.
Brother, look at the Reyna.
Right here.
Reyna, what are you shifting for? They're both on side.
Caution here.
One shot.
unlosable situation when we lose.
One enemy remaining.
My turn.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
Getting crazy lag spikes right
What
now.
do you say, drone? Ready to stretch your wings?
Because Reyna is shifting around E lobby when there's like both on
It goes
set.
OT. I don't think so. I think they close it out. Well, at least I hope so.
Step safe. A long, A long, A long.
Hey, long, long.
Sewers, sewers.
I'm dead, I'm dead.
Almost smoke, almost smoke.
100 on chamber, 100 on chamber.
Last player standing.
Got him.
55 on clove.
Spike planted.
Jump E, jump E.
Holy shit, Digga, dieser Peach, Digga.
Sight.
Uh-oh.
As much as this world hurt me, it's
Uh-oh.
mine, and I will
They are
prove to the world.
throwing. Holy sh.
Bro, they're all negative. They're all negative, by the way.
Guys, I just checked my TikTok and I got 400 likes. Like what?
Nice.
Crazy.
Play slow now.
Oh,
Nice.
open window.
On C.
Yeah, planting soon.
Wait, Clove might be behind you. Never mind. Fuck.
One
Bridge.
enemy remaining.
Default, default. On left side, on left side.
Ah, that's easy.
Defenders win.
Alright, Brody. Let me log in real quick. How do you feel?
I feel like I did good, but some unnecessary whiffs, especially with the knives.
I think, yeah.
And the Reyna was a little bit annoying.
All good, bruv. Okay. Alright, yeah, you can go ahead and stop streaming. I will log in and then I'm gonna get in the
Yep.
custom and then I'll stream. I'll show my screen. But overall, I think you played pretty well. There isn't too much. I'm gonna go through this with you. Give me a sec. I think that your biggest problem probably is gonna be more like communication, and then like your positioning is not bad, but I think it's more the game sense side of understanding how the enemies will play and move, if that makes sense. Because a lot of the times you're just waiting for them. You're just reacting. You know, they go here, you go there. They go over here, you go there. But like at the higher levels, it's all about being ahead in that thought process. Oh, there's C, and I'm A. Let me take the space. And you did it one time, but you need to have that type of thought process more, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And we will go through it. We'll break all these. There's a fuck ton of notes, so we're gonna go through it, right? Let me just share my screen now.
Cool. Let's go.
So if I were to rank your categories, and obviously these are big umbrellas, right? Like there's multiple things under these things. But these are like the five like big umbrellas in playing Valorant, which is communication, aim, utility usage,
Hey, the
movement slash
gang's all
positioning,
here. This is
micro and
great. They
macro,
don't
and then
stand a chance.
game sense, and mental game. Okay.
My ult's ready.
Give me 1 second. Let's turn this shit on. Okay, so if I were to rank these, all right, I probably would say that your aim and your utility usage is the best out of these five. It's very good. Okay, it's snappy. You're ascended one peak. It looks good. You're deleting people. You're not body shot whiffing on people, like that. You're able to, and you're getting multi kills too. It's good. I like it. Okay. Utility usage didn't have a problem. I said you'll hear it on the VOD where you're able to dash and use your updraft. And I thought your smokes on attack were very good. You used it a couple times to kind of add a layer of protection. Even here. You know, you throw the smoke down here, and then you clear here, you come out. Remember that one time where you updraft, like you did this weird ass entry on the site, and then you spoke because you saw the sage, and then it gave you some protection.
Okay, we know the drill.
I thought that was
Stick to
pretty
your
good play.
roles and
What the
we'll
fuck is
crush
that?
it. Keep up.
Okay, so I thought your utility usage was quite strong. Didn't have a problem. Okay, you were even using your knives a lot, right? I think you used it like
Yeah.
4 times, 5 times. I've had some jets where they've never used it, so it's like, bro.
Yeah.
But so I think your utility usage is strong. Okay, the next thing, so it's aim, utility usage. The next thing that is the weakest, or the third strongest, is probably gonna be. It's pretty close. Like, it's pretty close. Let me think about this real quick. I think it's gonna be game sense. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna be your game sense because you're pretty aware. You like to try things out. Um, yeah. So it's gonna be aim, utility usage, game sense. I think the problem lies in your communication. I think it's quite weak, even though you may feel like you talk. Yes, it is true. You were talking, but the problem is that I want it better. I want it elite. There are some times, and it will come up where you just fucking dashed in. And did you say anything to your teammates?
Oh.
No. That happened like 3, 4 times, 5 times, where you just fucking are going in by yourself. And this is kind of comes back to what you said, which is like, well, I go in, get one, and they're not ready to trade me. It's like, yeah, because you're fucking here, and they're here. Does that make sense? You are
Yeah.
not setting them up to help to trade you, if that makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
so that lies obviously not on the game sense. That lies on their or aim, or it lies on their communication. Yes, you're speaking, but that doesn't mean you're a good communicator. Okay, the best type of communicators in this game are those that are high level communication skill players. They are not only speaking, they're feeding info specifically and detailed all the time. And on top of that, they are also confirming to make sure the team is on the same page. If that makes sense. Because you're not. You're simply not. You're just fucking going in by yourself. And then they're just back here. And also, the planning needs work. I think you have potential to being an IGL. The way you speak, you're like, guys, let's try this. Let's go here, right? But I'll show you how to make that elite, where you can you know kind of transpire that into you winning more. Okay, because this is what I teach all my students. You need to IGL at least into like Immortal 2, 3 if you want to win and get there. Because the best player on the team, in my eyes, is the one that tells people what to do. No? Isn't that how you should look at it too? Where,
Yep.
look at a traditional sports. Europeans, like football, okay, like soccer. Like the captain is the one managing everybody to be in the right position. Guys, push up, come back. Wait, stay back. Okay, we're attack. You know what I'm saying? And American football is the same thing. The quarterback is the one that does that, right? The captain. So, because he's the best player on that offensive team. So on that offensive squad. So, That's how you have to look at it, and we'll break these down further. Don't worry. We're just ranking everything. Okay, and then the last thing is gonna be probably your movement positioning. I'm not saying it's bad actually, but I want it better. Your pathing, your understanding of timings of how people can move, your understanding of how to get them to move. Because if I were to ask you, what was the like the thing you guys did the most on attack? Do you know?
It was definitely not going B. It was like
I don't.
going A or garage.
Yeah. I don't want like specifics of where you went, but like how did you guys go there? Do you know?
Yeah, Sober Drone,
No, not
random
like that.
laner flash,
I'll just
I'm
tell you.
guessing.
I'll just tell you. Okay. You guys just ran it down a lot of the times. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Like you never ran a fake. There's never a default. There's never a rehit. There's never inserting lurk somewhere. It was 80, 90%. You guys stay 4, go somewhere, and then you either run it down, or you guys go here 4, and then you guys go rotate, and then you guys start running back as 4, right? And that's a
Yeah.
problem because as you play, not in this elo, you might be able to pull it off, but if you want to be elite, if you want to be a Mortal 3, a Mortal 1, Radiant, and hit your goals, it's all about that chess game. All about your planning is so good where you can get on site for free or your teammates for free at like a 70% rate, if that makes sense. And I will teach you how today. Okay, but yeah, I think that by, you know, not understanding the being able to read the enemies, how they play as a whole. Are they aggressive? Are they passive? Are they rotating quickly? And then the individual setup, it's kind of like it's hard to have good macro movement, if that makes sense. Because like to me, the answer's so simple. Sage plays C, right? And then the chamber was like kind of rotating back and forth. Who else did they have? Sage, chamber. They had a
Clove,
Ray. They had a clove.
Breach,
Breach. What was the last one? Was it a Jet or Reyna? Damn it.
Reyna, I think.
I think it was Arena too. Yeah, it was Arena because I remember you got caught with a flash on long. Remember that time where he flashed and the chamber killed you? So it's Arena.
Yeah.
And so you had to kind of understand their not only the individuals, the whole, and then like their comp. Like they got 2 sentinels, right? Like we can't run it down too well on any site. You got to kind of manipulate them where we can move somewhere and then we can get on site for free somewhere, or at least it's least resistance. It's not free, but it's like a 4v1, 3v1, 4v2, 5v2. You know what I mean? Like we'll take those all day, right? Instead of a 5v3, 5v4. Like that's more than half the team. So that's kind of how I have to look at it. But we will go through this. Okay, don't worry. Any questions before we start with the notes?
I don't know, man. But I would like to do like the second coaching session like instantly after this.
Sure.
Like if he'd be down, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And that
Okay.
session will be different where you don't play one game. You're gonna play 3 games with me, 2 to 3 games. It really depends how long it is, and we'll talk in between rounds. I'll be like, "Yo, what'd you do wrong? What could you do better? What can we identify? What do we need to label them? Stuff like that." And then we'll bounce ideas. You'll ask me, "What do you think about this?" Blah 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 blah. But don't worry, okay? But let's get through these notes, okay? Just go. Well, there's a lot of notes, okay? So just kind of bear with me, okay? Comms. Let's start with comms section. So asking to try stuff. This is a pro note. This shows me, and this is the second note, which is potential to being IGL. It shows me that you're able to manage them to some degree. That's the key word, some degree. Not 100% babysitter, but you're still like, guys, let's try this. Let's go here. Okay, I want to go here. Let's go try it. Right, and that to me is the starting point of somebody that is developing to becoming a good IGL. You gotta at least say it, right? You gotta at least try things, right? Because remember what I told you in the beginning of the session. How do we get better at the IGL skill? Do you know? Super simple. I already gave you the answer. Do you remember what we said?
I think when we try and learn like from our mistakes,
Yes.
like when we do something wrong.
Good. And then we apply it, right? We make sure it doesn't happen
Yeah.
again. And so that's how you have to look at it. Where you're doing the first step, you're doing it. You're saying, guys, let's go C. And let's say we went C and it didn't work like some of the times, or B or A. What can we do? We just simply process that round immediately. It needs to be immediate. As soon as you die, you guys lose a round. You guys are in the defeat screen on the round. You just gotta be like, okay, what went wrong? Why didn't it work? Okay, next time we should have maybe played it slower, faster. Maybe we should have had some sort of manipulation where we had two people faking and then we go C. Like, or maybe we should have just defaulted, spread out, play for picks, gather information, control parts of the map, and then we group up and we hit somewhere together. Right? So it's like a little bit like theory crafting involved. You got to kind of brainstorm to process the information because there's no one right answer. You know what I mean? Like, because Valorant is so situational, right? There's so much involved. And so that's why I like to tell my students, I can't give you these fucking textbook one answers, one right answer. There is none. That's why you need to think, okay, what could have been multiple better options? Okay, this. Okay, what about this? What about this? This. Okay, this. All right, this was too. Okay, we could have maybe put this guy here instead. This. It goes on forever, and then you apply it for the next time when you're in the same scenario with the same type of enemies, same map maybe, and the same call. Does that make sense? So use that tool,
Yeah.
and trust me, you'll get really good. Cause I don't think you're a bad player at all. I actually think I usually tell my students there's two categories of players. There's a hidden one, but there's two where it's 80-90% of players are in the all aim no brain category, and then the other side is all brain no aim. That's really rare. It's like 10-20% of the player base, and then there's like another like 5-10-20% maybe where it's like they're balanced. They have good aim and decent awareness and game sense, which you fall under. I don't think you're completely all brain, no aim, and all aim, no brain. You're pretty aware. You understand certain things. So, and and that's normal because you got to ascendant one. So, but I think you're balanced. It's pretty good, but that doesn't mean stop working on aim, work on brain only, or brain and then only not aim. You got to work on both. So it's a little bit harder than the other two because they can just focus on one thing, right? But you need to focus on both. I'm not saying it's bad. That's why it's just you
Yeah.
need to focus on both to become more elite, more better, more elite instead of just focusing on just aim, just your game sense. You have both. That's the key. You're ahead of a lot of players. It's just about bringing them up higher than your aim. Game sense always outweighs aim. So, for example, if your aim right now is like 8 out of 10 at this elo and your game sense is like 7 out of 10, which is still high, right? I want that higher. I want that side 9, 10. Your aim could stay around 9, 8, and it's fine. It doesn't matter. But if your aim is 10 out of 10 and your game sense is 7, 6, 5, your aim gets capped, right? Because aim isn't what really gets us kills. It's our brain. That's what sets up to look somewhere, kill somebody, or get behind them and flank and kill 3 people. Mechanics is what executes it, like our be able to shoot, tracking, flicking, micro adjustments. That's what executes the kills, but our thought process is what are actually going to help get those and execute those kills, if that makes sense. So, but that's that. So, I thought you have a big potential of being an IGL. Make the mistakes, and I'll send you some videos of me explaining these things a little bit better. But in the beginning, I say this like all the time lately because I tell all my students to be an IGL, but um, in the beginning, I would
I've heard
call,
it a couple of.
yeah, I would just call bullshit, bro. I'll be honest. I don't want to go too deep into it, but I wouldn't even know how they play, who is where. This is like episode 3, 4. I would just be like fake C go A, and there's 3 playing A a lot of the times. Like the last 5 rounds, they played 3A like 4 times, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work logically, right? Where we fake C and then we go A, and then we went too early, and then there's still 3 there, right? It's like I would just call a rush somewhere where it's like 2 sentinels, just random bullshit for no reason, and I didn't understand. But I got to a level where now I'm just automatic. I see something, it's just boom, we're doing this. This is my solution. Boom, 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 boom. They're fast rotating. Let's run a fake. Guys, they're passively anchoring everywhere. Let's run it down. Guys, they're taking space on us. Default. Guys, they're biting on fakes and running it down. Let's run the rehit. Yo, there's space open on mid. I realized no one plays mid. Let's insert lurk there while we contact somewhere else. Like I can get instant fucking answers, solutions through experience, making those mistakes. having those moments in time where I wanted to just fucking destroy my computer, punch my computer screen, because I made the wrong call. But and I give myself some credit here where I didn't shy away from the accountability, which I'm glad I didn't. Most people, they make a call, it doesn't work, they blame their teammates or they just like, nah, not my fault, not my fault. Wrong. You can never think like that. As an IGL, you must take all responsibility. You are the captain. You must take all accountability, responsibility, burden. That's how you have to look at it. When you lose, you got to be like, it's on me. When you lose the round, it's on you. Whether you killed 4 and you're still the IGL, it's on you. Okay? And so that's where we're going to start getting this edge to help win. This role of IGLing is winning, and also on top of that, you'll see the game differently. And I think you have this in you a little bit. I'm seeing it. Like you're able to manage your teammates a bit. Remember that one round where you guys were rotating C, and you're like, Chamber, why are you not taking space on A? Remember that round? Like that is like a
Yeah.
micromanagement. That is like you understanding. Wait, there's a lot C. A is open. Why aren't you flanking? Right? That shows me that you understand this to some degree. And so that's important because you'll see it differently. It's not just your POV shooting around, running around, shooting, but you'll be able to see where my teammates are, where I need to tell them to go or be to set them up to have a very high chance for them to have big value or outright, win the round for us or, gather information for us. It can be as little as that. But once you do that, develop this role, you'll be a really, really good player. I'm not talking on my ass or blowing smoke up your ass. I'm being honest. I'm being honest because
Thank you, man.
this role is very important. People don't understand that. This role in itself, when I had bad aim in episode 3 and 4, okay, got me to Immortal 3, Immortal 1 from just IGLing. Okay, and so obviously I was in the second part type player where I'm all brain, no aim. I had no mechanical skill in this game. I had an 11% headshot for a long time, and now I'm at 35, 36, 37 because I just focused on aim after a while because my game sense was already good because I played a lot of games before. But yeah, so I would really like you to really kind of hunker down on this role of IGL and kind of start making the mistakes, making calls, taking responsibility, growing it, applying the knowledge, the experience that you get from processing the information, and you're on the right track with that kind of skill that will lead you to win, even with the time you have, which is 8 to 10 hours a week. Trust me, you'll be able to climb if you can kind of get this down. Okay, so that's that. Any questions? I know it's quite long, but it's quite important that we talk about it.
No,
Any
no
questions with
question.
this? Okay, the next note is can feed info. I thought you could feed info quite well, but my expectation is I want it better. It's good, right? 6, 7 out of 10. I want it 10 out of 10. I want it 11 out of 10. And I'll briefly tell you something. When I interviewed a tier 2 former pro in my podcast in the first episode, okay, and I asked him, yo, what separates the tier 1 pros, the best from bottom of the barrel pros? Tier 1 to tier 2, tier 2 to Radiant, Radiant to Immortal 3, Immortal 3 to Immortal 1. And he simply told me what really separates the best to the worst type players, or not the worst, but a little bit below their skill level, okay? It's not this 50% crazy skill edge, okay? It's small. 5, 10%, 2%, 1%. But what really separates them, he told me, is that it's decision making, positioning, communication. That's what we're talking about. And then also your your ability to adjust and solution finding. This and that kind of ties with decision making. Like instant processing information and then coming up with, yo, this is what we need to do. Okay, but we'll focus on the communication part. Why? Have you seen any VCT comms release like G2, C9,
Yeah,
Fnatic,
yeah,
PRX, those like 40-minute videos? L- Look how they talk. Does one guy
yeah.
call the information? Or all 4 or 5 people? They are all fucking communicating that. And that single dumbass communication, like, yo, one mid, they're all calling it. Yo, he's here. Like, a lot of them are aware. They are all trying to be on the same page. They may not even, at that level, they may not even need to look at that mini map. That's how good their communication is. Does that make sense? They can just mentally image where everybody is because they're all calling information to each other and it becomes like a map in their mind. Does that make sense? So I
Yep.
want it to that level where you're the type of player where you can call things across the fucking map. You're on A and they're C, you're looking at your teammate's POV and it's smoked off and he's holding it. You're like, wait, they're not in, let me take the space. Yo, they're not in, and you call that. Guys, they're not in, and you're on A. That's the type of player I am. And I'm not saying I'm pro or like, radiant right now, but my communication skills are that good where a lot of people when I play, they're like, yo, how the fuck did you know? Thank you, bro. You saved me. Yo, W comms, W comms. They always say that when I communicate because I'm try harding. It's like, and it's a little bit of try harding. And in the back then I used to have people also say like, "Yo, what the fuck? Why are you coming like you're in VCT?" And I'm like, because I want to be good. I want to be a pro at that time. I was like, I want to be a pro, so I would mimic them, right? But a lot of people that say that, they're noobs. They're bad players. They don't understand why it's important.
Uh-huh.
So understand it's super important. Even if it seems really stupid, all information is really important. Guys, I'm gonna walk down here. If you say that, they can get ready for the result. If you die, they're not gonna get mad at you. You told them already, right? He's not gonna yell at you. Why did you run down mid? It's like I told you already. I'm gonna take this risk, right? They cannot blame
Yeah.
you. So guys, we need to group up now. Okay, rotate, go. Leave. Okay, can you lurk up mid? Okay, yo, it's 2A, it's 2, it's not, and don't only call how many, call who it is as well if you can. Yo, it's a Sova and ISO. It's a chamber and clove. Stuff like that. And this is what you'll see in your level, where it's like, this guy starts here, they're like, they're A, they're A, they're A. He starts running, the whole team starts fucking rotating because his communication is so like adamant that there's definitive, like there. It's like multiple. It ends up being one guy and that C is open for free. Right? It happened in your game where they're like, it's C, it's C, it's C, and then you came here and you're like, wait, they're not even in. And then you came back here and you're like, I think it's A. And then remember, you're like, oh wait, they're on A now. Right? You see how that comm
Yeah.
fucked you up. Right? So don't be like that guy. But I want you to be the guy, and even here, be aware by you looking at the minimap. Wait, they're not in. And then so guys, I'm gonna anchor. And then they'll understand that this space is accounted for. Okay? So I want it more specific and detailed. Call every type of information. The individual stuff you're gonna do. What you're holding. Guys, I have short. Short is clear. I'm holding it. Stuff like that. That shit goes a long way because it'll build synergy. If you are accurate in these type of communications, these small communications, your teammates will start trusting you, respecting you, and simply outright listening to you down the line. And a lot of students argue with me. They're like, well, people don't like to listen. And I tell them, I'm in a mid immortal, low immortal lobbies, and I never experienced that. And not just because I'm in that level, but because I make them respect me. I show them that I'm a good communicator. It's accurate. It's never wrong. My calls are 70-80% of the time helping us get on site for free. Right? So and if you played with me and I did that to you, wouldn't you just listen to me and just shut up and just follow me around and just do what I tell you? Right, and so that's how you have to look at it. That's the type of player you need to become in communication. Okay? So I want it more specific and detailed. Any questions?
I would actually like ask how you would like play Jet on defense and attack. Like, I
Yeah.
know you said like my ability usage and aim was like quite good, but I would also like to know some stuff about that.
About what? How you play on the defense and attack? In terms of what? Like communication? Or generally?
Generally, like aim,
Yeah,
entry,
don't
and
worry.
like off angles.
We're gonna get there when it's we're at the aim, movement, positioning section,
Okay,
game
okay.
set section. We're just focusing on comms right now, talking. So don't worry. There's a lot of notes, so we'll get there. But I'll speed through this part, okay? If it's boring for you, okay? But it's important. It's really important. So that's why I always kind of talk about this section first because it's pretty important to be high level. So that's that, okay? So there's some specific notes too. So round 7 needs to either confirm he's going in or tell them He's just solo running it down. Also, his IGL protocol needs to be better. I think this can you just check your post-match history? I'm pretty sure this happened on C, from what I remember. I'm pretty sure it was actually. You're like, guys, let's go C. Omen, I want to smoke here, smoke there. And it just stopped there. You're IGLing, right? And then you just start running it down. You didn't even confirm with them. Is it C? Can you check?
Yeah, it was the.
Yeah. Like, and you just solo went in. Like, started the round. Tell them, guys, we're gonna go C. I want this guy here, this guy here. I want,
Here.
this guy over here. I want 3 people going here, 2 people. It's gonna be a split, or it's gonna be 5-man main. Okay, you gotta specify. And then once you're here, okay, you guys get up to here. You're holding plat, you're holding here, and then you gotta ask them, guys, are you ready? And also look at the minimap to see if your teammates' positionings are behind you. They need to be here when you say, are you ready? They're fucking back there when you say, are
Yeah,
you ready?
always.
Yes, but I put that on you. That's the thing. I don't put
Yeah.
that on them. I put them on you because what was the call? We'll go back to the beginning. What did you say? Where are we going?
C.
C. And obviously I want it better. We're like, guys, we're gonna go C. We're going fast. I want 3 main, 2 garage, or all 5. We're going 5-man, run it down C. Be behind me. It's all about this management, this leadership skill, communication skill. You get what I mean? Your aim is not gonna make them behind you. You speaking and saying, guys, come, get ready. I'm going in. Then they're gonna start hustling up behind you, and then you start entering in, and then you start coming out, start clearing everything, killing people, whatever. Okay, but I put that on you. You need to take responsibility there because you are the best player in the lobby. No,
Yep.
that's how I see it, at least. So if you're the
Same.
best player on the team, or even outright in the lobby, you gotta make sure they're here. You gotta manage them. And I know it's fucking annoying. It's like babysitting fucking 4 idiots.
Actually, yeah.
It is. I know. Trust me, I can relate. But if you want to win, that's what it takes in ranked, at least. Obviously, in a team atmosphere, pro play, competitive play, custom games, they're gonna listen. Everybody's tryharding, but this is ranked. Half the people are asleep, half the people are retarded, half the people are brain dead. Some people just play for fun. Some people don't even care. Some people are tilted. There's just a plethora of reasons on why they won't listen. But leaders, good leaders, are going to bring the best out of anybody, those that are around them, even if they're useless. They're going to make use of them to some degree. And so you need to adopt this IGL role, which is in-game leader. It's not about calling. It's about leading them and getting the best out of them. That's how you have to look at it. Look at Tom Brady, all these type of football players, basketball players, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. He got the best out of these type of players, his teammates, right? Yeah, they might butt heads and stuff, but he made sure that they were the best versions of themselves, so they can simply win. That's how you have to look at it. But anyways, coming back to this note is, tell them, guys, I'm about to go in. Okay, throw the smokes. You guys ready? You can even count down 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go in. That's a very noob way of doing it, but I at my level, I'm just like, guys, I'm going in. Get ready. And they all start hustling behind me, throwing things down as soon as I go in. And I go in, clear everything,
Blocking sight.
etc., etc. And then darts going backside, dogs. Smokes are going down, stuns, flashes for me, stuff like that. And you could also add that to your planning, guys. We're gonna go C, because this is what you said. We're gonna go C. Almost smoke here, and that was it. You go, guys. We're gonna go C. Going fast. I want smokes here. When I entry, I want a dart back sight, flash here, this, there, whatever. It depends on the type of utility you have at hand, right? So, that's what I like you to kind of think about in this round. You made a mistake, right? In this round, you went by yourself. Process that information. What could I do better? What went wrong? I went in by myself without telling them if they're ready or making sure they're behind me. Okay, next time I'm gonna just simply wait 2 seconds, communicate. Guys, get here now. You need to be assertive too. Adamant, definitive. Get here now. That's what leaders do. They don't yell at people, hey, retard, like that, but they go, come now, guys. It's like a dog, like a dog, when they don't listen, you're like, come here now. And they start coming, no? They start listening because of the voice, the tone of voice. And so you got to kind of treat them like dogs. Come here now, guys. I'm going in. and then they will listen. Trust me, this will go a long way. Trust me, treating them like dogs. Okay, I'm not joking. It's a simple communication skill. Okay, because your tone matters. If you're like, guys, let's go in, I'm going in, they're never gonna fucking listen to you. But if you're like, come now, I'm going in. There's a sense of urgency in your tone that they need you or you need them. Sorry, and then you go in. Okay. Any questions with this note?
Yeah. No.
Okay, let's move on. Tell them when he has sight. It's crucial. A lot of times you entered well. Scale was like, and we're gonna go through this and movement positioning. But you entry well, as in you get on site first, pretty well, and you can sometimes get first blood. The first kill. That's good. Scaling needs work. We'll touch on this, but it's really, and again, this falls under communication, synergy, team play, cooperation, awareness for the team, macro level. But once you get here, you've killed one guy and you've cleared the site, you need to tell them, guys, I have it, I have it. You see the difference between what you did? You did this. And then this is what a high level guy would be. Yo guys, I have sight. Come. Right now. It's free. What will that do? Do you know? That type of communication.
I'll run here.
They will fucking run here like dogs. But, dude, this happened 3 times. Where you entered, you had sight, and they're all playing with their cock somewhere else. Because they don't know if it's free. They're so unaware. You know. That's why you're kind of holding spawn. But they don't know. They're dumb, right? They're unaware.
No,
That's how... Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
thinking like so much is common sense. Like
I
when I'm
know.
main,
I know.
and
Yeah.
then just follow up, but
Yeah.
it's not that simple in this rank. Actually.
Dude, in 2025,
realize.
this is how you have to and I'm glad you have common sense. This is what you have to understand. It is a little bit of a joke. No, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think it's a joke. Okay, this is like real, objective. Common sense in 2025 is not common anymore. It's rare sense. Okay, I'm not joking. It's not common sense anymore. It's fucking rare sense in 2025, and so you got to look at it like that. And this is where this is where we need to emphasize on the IGLing skill. Not the role, the skill of you micromanaging these 4 other dogs and monkeys. Tell them to come to you. And like you need to rationalize to them. That's how dumb they are these days. People in general. You need to tell them why they need to come instead of come and they know. You need to tell them, guys, come because it's free. And then they start running. But if you just tell them nothing or don't even tell them why, they won't understand. Like, it's not common. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. It's the TikTok fucking doom scrolling generation of idiots, ADHD players. Okay, so, and that's, we'll go back to like, you're the best player on the team. You just simply have to do it. I know, bro, I can fucking relate to you so fucking much. They are so unaware. They're just no common sense. Whatever we want to say. You need to be the babysitter. I'm not joking. It sounds fucking annoying. But I'm telling you, if you're, like, you kind of develop this where, like, you're always managing them with no fear of judgment, not feeling like you feel sounding dumb or, you feel like it's bad that you're doing it or whatever. Like, you just know you're the best and you're a leader and you tell them to come because you know it's the best thing or to go somewhere because it's the best thing. You will win. And this is why a lot of people don't want to do it because it's annoying. It's hard. There's fear of judgment of people being like, nah, fuck you, not listening. And then they get, a little bit upset. There's a lot of responsibility as well. But if you kind of overcome these things with the management, the micromanagement, you'll win. It's just as simple. It's objective and subjective. In my experience, it's happened, and it's happened in pros' experiences too. I know that without a doubt. When I watch Radiant streams, no pro is not the one talking, leading in Radiant streams. Okay, in NA Radiant streams, all the streamer is the one talking, telling them what to do, because he knows he's the best player. Okay, so that's how you have to look at it. I know it's super fucking annoying, but kind of have to get through that a little bit. Stick your chest up and just be confident. That's it, and take all responsibility. You made the call, or you got on site and you told them it was free, and you guys lose a round. Just simply say, "Yo, my bad. It's on me," even if it isn't, because they will respect you, and you will learn. That's the thing. We don't care about if they learn or not, right? They're not the ones getting coaching. I care about you. I don't care about these random people that don't want coaching from me. I care about my students. And so you will learn. though. Like I told you, that protocol of, okay, even though it was on me, okay, like I got 3 and we lost the round. What went wrong? How could I win even better? How could I have killed all 5? Stuff like you will learn, trust me. Okay, maybe this call was bad. Maybe I should, should have repositioned. Maybe okay, the planning was bad. Like, you'll just break it down. You just gotta fucking theory craft, think, and then try to dig up the best solution for next time. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So tell them that you have sight. Remember I told you simple information is crucial. Okay. So like, well, guys, I'm gonna walk down. Guys, there's nothing here. There's no noise. Wait, they cut noise. They're not in, not in, not in. Okay, let's group up. Let's go, let's go. I have sight. I have sight. Come, come, come. Okay, this stuff is really important. All right. Let's move on. The next note is, would like him to call fakes more / understand the enemy setup. Okay, and we're gonna talk about this more in detail in the game sense section. But in terms of your calling, as an IGL, you have to look at it like a 4-step process. You make a read, okay? You know how the enemy play as a whole. They're aggressive, fast rotating, not fast rotating, permanently anchor everywhere, walking down on us, 3-man plays everywhere on their defense side, okay? And then you got to know the individuals as well. Like for example, Sage was like always C. Chamber was like kind of going back and forth with A and B. There was always like 2 short side. It was Reyna sometimes, stuff like that, right? Like you gotta track this, and it's really important. You gotta track and store it. Why? Is because so you need like a little bit of a mental memorization mind when you play this game, because if we see that Sage is C every round or a Cypher, like we just know C is gonna be a little bit harder because it's a Sentinel, and then we can use that information. Let's say we've identified they play 2 to 3 on A. We can use that information, guys. Let's run a fake A so that, and I'll rationalize with you. I'll never call this slowly, guys. We're gonna go A because I identified it's a 1-1-3 or a 1-1-1-2 setup. 1C, 1 garage, 1B, A link side, and then 2 on A. We'll start A as a fake. They're gonna start leaning over because I know they're a fast rotating team. Okay, they're gonna move A, and we're gonna have 3 guys getting ready to walk up C. So their thought process is, yo, they're going A off the contact in A lobby, but we have 3 guys walking up C long already. We're ahead. Do you see where I'm getting at? It's not just, oh, go A, oh, go B, go C, oh, we can't go C anymore and rotate. It's, guys, we're gonna manipulate them to go where we want so we can have a least resistance site. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, let me know.
No, also,
Okay.
like if it doesn't, I
Yeah,
have
okay,
any
okay,
questions,
okay,
I
yeah,
will
okay,
say
good,
it.
good. I just want to make sure that you understand because this skill is important. And and don't worry, I don't want to go too crazy into it because it's all in the game sense side. That's where we're gonna touch on this. But that's the first step. Read. The second step is the call, guys. Okay, I've identified this. I know this is their setup 8 out of 10 times. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go C. It's weak. I've processed that it's weak. That's the call, right? The call is to go C. The third step is the plan. Guys, I've identified this. I've identified that the C is weak. We're going to go C. I want a C split. I want 2 garage, 3 main. Wait, no, 5 main. We're gonna run it down 5 down main. 1 main, 4 garage, whatever. Okay, we can. It's a little bit theory crafting right now. Giving you a simple example. Okay, I want 3 long, 2 garage. Sova's gonna be here, or whoever the initiator is. You're gonna start droning. I'm gonna swing out wide, and then get ready to throw the smokes down. The 2 guys mid come slower. Don't make noise. Just contact up mid. You see how that's the plan? You can go any type of plan here. Guys, we're going to go C. That's the call. We're going to go 2 long, 3 garage. We're going to run it down garage. I want to dart here. The smokes are going down. I'm going to dash out. And the C guys are contacting up. Okay, so not only do you just make a call, you need to make the plan really, really, really good. It's got to make sense. Okay, and if it makes sense, trust me, once you get to this point, and your read, your call, and the plan makes sense, people will listen to it. If it doesn't make sense, they won't, because they understand what is kind of good, what is bad. Okay, and then the last step, this is the step we just talked about, which is the execution. So you make the read, you make a call, you make the plan, once the round starts, that's where this part is step 4. As soon as the round starts, you need to make sure your idiot dog teammates are in the position you told them to be in. If you said 3 long, there needs to be fucking 3 long. Okay, and you're gonna experience this a lot in your elo. Okay, where you make the perfect read, perfect call, perfect plan, and the round starts. You said 3 long, you're gonna see these 2 idiots start going mid, and that's where you need to manage them and say, guys, come the fuck back. I said 3 long. You need to literally treat them like a baby, and then tell them, let's go. Why are you? And you got to be aware where it's like mid too. If there's 2 mid, and the mid guy, one mid guy starts going A, you got to, yo, why are you going A? Where it's a C split. Go back. Help the guy in garage. Does that make sense? And this is really
Yeah.
important because what's the point of making all thinking all this fucking time on what is weak, what is strong, how they play, what is the correct solution, and then we make a call which logically makes the most sense off that thought process. Then we make the best plan possible, and these fucking monkeys are just running around doing whatever they want. There's no point.
Yeah.
The last, and this is like the protocol I told you with improving. It's not just understanding what you did wrong and the gaining the experience and processing it. It's making sure you do it the next time where you don't make that mistake. And so that thing transpires here. It's like you gotta make sure everything you thought and processed and planned is gonna be executed to the T. How you envisioned it, how you drew it up, how you planned it. It's got to work because you manage them. And your elo, I'm emphasizing on this because bro, they're dumb as fuck. You're gonna tell them specific perfect plan, and they're gonna just start doing whatever they want to do, and you need to be able to catch them. Like, no, I told you not to do that. Come, we need you. Why are you doing this? And you know, obviously, if they don't listen, even if you do that, it's out of your control. Okay, but I'm telling you, 8 out of 10 times when I do this, they listen to me. They even go like, I know in their mind, they're like, oh shit, he knows, he's so aware. Wait, he knows I'm trying to not do what he told me to do. I'm like that type of player. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Come back.
Yeah.
And the guy comes back. He's like trying to go B. I'm like, nope, I told you garage. And the guy, and I can see it in his movement. Like he's like going here. I told him 2 garage, and he's go. I'm like, yo, come back. He's like, oh fuck. He knows he got caught. Right. So it's really important, this part. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Any questions?
Mm, I have one, but
Yeah,
I
go
would
ahead.
like to ask that later if you want.
Sure, that's fine.
It's
Uh,
like
let's
off, like it's with different topic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's kind of get through these because we're getting a little bit stuck here.
Mhm.
The last note for comms: ask his teammates what they're hearing. And I meant to write, you were asking them what you were hearing. Remember that one? Remember, like, guys, do you guys hear anything? What the you're across the map. You're like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? They're not speaking to you. And this is a sign of a very good communicator, leader, because you want to know. You want to know what your options are of what's going on. Because they told you, I can't remember where it was exactly, but I remember I think it was C or A, but you were like, it was like across the map, like, guy, like, cause originally they like, there was a couple, like, they're like, yo, couple, like, they're C, and then they smoke, and they're like, nothing starts happening. You're like, guys, like, what's happening? Talk to me, right? So that way you can have a solution on what to do, right? So I thought that was really good, and that's why it's important that you also do that, right? If I were to ask you, wouldn't you want your teammates to tell you what's going on across the map all the time? What would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Simply
need to do
yes.
the same.
Yeah. And so you need to do the same. That's how you can use like any type of communication. Look at it where it's like, would I want him to kind of call that? Yeah. Then I need to do it too. That's how you have to look at communication. In any scenario, any type of communication. Would I want him to tell me to anchor? Yeah. Then I need to do the same when I understand that they're leaving from A and they're going back C and he doesn't know that. Stuff like that. You can use it in any scenario. Okay. So that's how you can look at it. Okay, any questions? I thought it's a pro note. This is a pro note. I thought you did this really well. You're aware. You're trying to
Thanks.
be aware. So that was good. Okay, let's move on. Aim. This side is not that thick because your aim was the best, right? So a lot of pros. Some like 1 or 2 bad things. I think I wrote. So snappy aim. Your snappy aim. Remember that one round you came here and got a 3K? Remember that round? Very nice. You
Yeah.
came here, killed this guy, and then you body shot the chamber, and it was snappy. I think your aim can definitely be a Mortal Plus level. I think it already kind of is. And one thing I'll just touch on this aim part is that in this game, it's not about aim. You know that, right?
Yeah,
It's not. It's simply
it's
not.
not that hard.
It's not even that hard, yeah. And it's in tactical shooters in general, Crossfire, Quake, Counter Strike, Valorant. Okay, it's not about shooting. It's a tactical shooter. It's in the fucking name of the game genre. Tactical. Okay, it's all
Yeah.
about the tactics, strategy, game sense, your understanding of the game, the map, utility knowledge, agent knowledge, stuff like that. That is, and also what's more important than that is also your ability to decision make. It needs to be fucking milliseconds, and it's good. I think your decision making is quite strong. I'm not saying it's like 11 out of 10, but it's for this level, it's like 9, 8 out of 10. It's really strong. It can be a mortal level very fast. Okay? It's already kind of there. Okay, but it's all about positioning, movement, and then all the micro macro movement. Your understanding of the enemies, decision making, communication is more important than aim, and that's what I tell all my students that are all aim no brain. Like their aim is fucking 10 out of 10 radiant level aim, but they're like diamond ascendant 1 is because all these other fucking categories, the 4 out of 5 are like 3 out of 10. They have no awareness, no decision making skills, they can't process information, etc., etc., etc. They have no leadership, they can't IGL, they don't understand concepts on it in this game. They don't understand map knowledge, how parts of maps are played, stuff like that. And I always tell my students, these 4 other categories besides aim need to be higher than your aim. Your aim could be 5 out of 10, and if these categories are fucking 10 out of 10, everything else, you can be radiant. It's objective. Look at some pros. Their aim's not the best, but they have other skills that are really strong. Awareness, leadership skills, understanding concepts, theory in terms of what is good on, how to take side, how the movement is played, and so forth, so forth. For Boaster, FNS, that guy's the most dog shit aimer, and he's a pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a lot of Radiant players, not even pros. There's a lot of Radiant players where they're Radiant, but their aim is completely terrible. It's because these other skills are higher. So that's how you have to look at it. Okay, and for you, you're balanced, right? Let's say a rough estimate, all your skills, the 5, they're like 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, right? Just get them up, all of them. But your aim needs to be even to these skills. Like lower, even or lower is fine. Higher is obviously good too, but still, these other skills need to have priority. Utility usage, communication, movement slash positioning, game sense slash mental game. Okay, so but that I just want to feed you some knowledge to so you don't just only work on aim like 99% of students and players, and then they don't know why they're bad. It's like you're only focusing on aim. So that's that. Okay. I thought your aim was very snappy. Can instantly delete. I think like 7 out of 10 kills, a lot like 70% of your kills are like instant headshots, and that's good. That is my expectation as a coach, as what my students need, how they need to kill people, is to fucking instantly kill people. Okay, no questions asked. And I'm a type of player where I used to tell myself, if it's not a headshot, I don't consider it a kill. I would body shot somebody. I'm like, nope, not good enough. I want to see one bullet on the kill feed, the post kill round thingy on the right, where it shows you how you killed them, that it's one shot to the head. That's the standard I had. And when you have that type of standard, it'll come into fruition. It's like a visualization. Nope, I will not accept anything else. And then it'll become true. You'll start doing that. So that's how you can look at it and have that standard for yourself too. Okay? The next note is decent flicking gun control. I think your mechanics of aim are pretty good. Besides maybe micro adjustment needs work, and we'll talk about how the resources on how to get elite aim on everything: tracking, micro adjusting, flicking, smoothness, precision, stuff like that at the end. Okay, so don't worry. But I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have really anything bad to say with your aim. I think the way you're peeking was quite good. You're able to slice the pie. I don't think you're an insta croucher, right? Crosshair placement's pretty good. Um, and yeah, I really had nothing bad to say with your aim. I think it's pretty good. But I was just more worried about the overall macro movement IGL skills, communication skills, the game sense part on getting ahead, the chess game, right? Instead of being reactive. And we'll break that down further. But that's that. Okay, and then you did have some inconsistencies with shooting. Sometimes 3 out of 10 your body shotting them. Okay? But sometimes it's there's no point in headshotting him when you need to quickly kill somebody, right? But it's all situational. But by you showing me that you can instantly delete people 7 out of 10 times shows that your aim's pretty strong. So I really didn't have any problems with it at all. You're not whiffing hardcore, anything like that, right? So at least that's what I saw. So, and moving forward, we can see that in multiple other games too when we do the other sessions. But that's that. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, as we're on the aiming part,
Yep.
the problem with my aiming style, I would say, is that I'm like in the middle. I don't use my full arm, but I don't also use like just wrist, and that's kind of inconsistent. So I
Right. Right.
can't like,
Yep.
as you notice maybe, like on the clove, like I think twice with the jet knives, like he's
Mhm.
like in front of my face,
Yeah, you're
moving
whiffing
a
on
little
them.
bit, and I'm
Yeah.
whiffing like 4 knives,
Yep.
and
Yep.
the
Yep.
last one hits.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And then I don't know, man, because like back then I was playing like 0.3, 800 DPI, then sometimes I was playing 0.2 even.
What
Now
are you
I'm
now?
playing 0.58
Holy
because
fuck.
I'm like, yeah, because I'm like not moving my hand as much.
Yeah, you're
Like,
using your wrist, right? Yeah,
yeah,
so, I used to be actually 0.48, 800 for a long time, even in my peak. Nowadays, I'm actually at point 0.4. So this could be like a little bit of like an optimization issue. Like, you kind of have to know how you like to shoot. Like, do you like using your arm more or your wrist more? What feels better?
yeah, the wrist feels better, but because
Yeah,
I've like always used my arm
yeah,
and like I've had like, I was like when an enemy was in front of me
mm-hmm,
and they were like moving like counter strafing. They were
mm-hmm,
like the freest skill ever. But when I entered and there was like somebody more to my left, like multi kills, it was
yep,
like impossible kind of because I was like a wrist aimer, but I didn't figure it out
yeah, yeah.
for a long time.
And so, it could be actually your positioning and how you're sitting, actually. And this is a general rule. Do you know Rambo Kim? Have you
No,
seen his videos? Okay, he's a old school. I think he used to be a Counter Strike Go pro, and then he turned into a mechanical aiming mechanical coach. So he was doing Valorant and Counter Strike, and now he's now a Counter Strike aiming coach for like pro teams. But I will send you his channel. He's very good in terms of the mechanics on how to aim. You know how like we have mechanics to shoot, like tracking, flicking. He shows the
yeah,
mechanics and fundamentals on how to position your arms properly, and what is important with like the screen to face ratio, and like how your arm needs to be positioned. And his general rule that I use is that when you are playing the game and you're looking at your monitor in a comfortable position, your arm bend needs to be at a 90-degree angle. Like if you put your hands on the table and your elbow, if it's not at a 90-degree angle, it's not right. So it needs to be at a 90-degree angle. So try that now. Like, there's your desk, and you just put your hands on the desk, straighten up your back, put your hands down, and if your elbow is not 90-degree, then you gotta kind of adjust that to where it's 90 degrees. And that's the rule I use, where it helps me become a wrist and arm player. I'm using my arm to move around, swipe very easily because my arm is in a very
yeah,
good
that's what I'm
position,
doing.
and then I have the ability to move my wrist as well as I'm arm, so I'm doing both. So I'm able to micro adjust and have very good like 180 movement, stuff like that. So this is my arm, right?
Yeah,
I'm swiping with my arm, okay, and then this is my wrist. The wrist controls the micro, so make sure you're in like a decent enough, comfortable 90-degree angle, and this should be very easy to do. That's the rule I used, and it's worked for me perfectly. So that's what you can kind of take away. It could be your arm positioning rather than sense. I don't think it's sense, but also maybe you have to understand what sense that higher sense, like it's more wrist aiming, right? Lower sense,
yeah.
it's gonna be more arm, shoulders, your neck, like a little bit of your delts, right? So because it's slower. It's harder to move from here to here with your wrist when it's slow sense, but with your arm it's super easy. You can even go farther away, right? So it's a little bit all you need to kind of understand preference and your optimization and how you're positioning your posture. Your posture is very important in this game. Um, so yeah, I hope that answered your question, but
Yeah.
yeah, so just try that out. And also, don't worry, we'll work at the end. I'll give you that resource too. I'll show you his. I'll send you the link to his channel, and then he's got like I don't know more than 50 videos on how to like position yourself properly and the angles of your arm and your wrist. And bro, he's like a doctor of aiming. That's how you can look at it. Like not like training, but like how you need to
Yeah.
position your posture and how that affects certain things and stuff like that. He's very he's really good. He was a Radiant player too, I'm pretty sure, in Valorant. Now he yeah, go
Never
ahead.
heard about him.
Yeah, Rambo Kim. He's a
Really?
Korean guy. He's really popular. But anyways, we'll move on from that. Okay. One specific round, round 18. Okay, this is a little bit game sense, agent knowledge, aim knowledge, like economy knowledge. Like there's a lot involved with this. No, but I just put it in aim because I just kind of feel like it's more aim. Okay, so round 18 or slightly before, he needs to start saving for an op. At some point, okay, you need to be like, I need an op, and I'm not sure. Do you op on Jet?
Yo, true. Wait, I
Yeah.
did not fucking buy an op a single time.
Yeah. Right, but that would have made your life.
What?
You would have made that would have made your life so much easier, though.
Bro, I'm playing only op on Jet. Like, I try to play like as much op as I can.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know why I didn't buy
and
an op. I didn't even think about that.
yeah,
I didn't even know the gun existed kind of in this round.
right, and
The
you
fuck?
got to always kind of think about guns as well as solutions, right? Like not only how they play and then try to be like, okay, they're running it down, let's fast rotate, like we're on defense, right? Or guys, they're defaulting, we don't need to walk down, okay? Or guys, they're running fakes, anchor, don't bite, right? Not only do we use that as solutions to help win rounds, but you gotta also think about your utility, ults, and guns as well. And when I was watching you play this game, I'm like, bro, if this guy just picked up a fucking up, you guys would have won way quicker. You come here, sit here, and tell them, yo, nothing A, and then they start stacking B and C. You guys would have won this game so much easier. Or they come A, you just kill one, and then, with your aim, they come again, you kill another one. It's like 5v3. You're instantly deleting these guys. No? And what you have to understand as well at the higher, and that's what they op at the higher levels, is because it's so fucking broken. No, don't you think it's broken? It's so fucking broken. They need to spend so much utility to throw you off here, or take the gamble that you're not there, and they peek and you instantly kill them, right? So this would have really helped you out, not struggle. Okay, because yeah, you guys were struggling on defense at one point. You guys almost lost, no? Right? They're stringing. You guys won the first. They won the pistol. You guys won 3 rounds, and they strung like 5 rounds around along because you couldn't find this easy solution to being like, okay, I might need an op this game. You need to always know, what is at your disposal in terms of guns, knowing what the enemies are doing, stuff like that, utility, ults. Okay, so I think this is a small note, but this would have really changed the outcome in terms of making it way easier because they're bad players. They don't know how to fucking get you off on an op. They don't even and then think about the first round you buy it on round like 16, 17. They won't even know you have it, and they're just gonna dry swing everything. You're gonna kill 1, 2 people every single time,
Yeah.
right? So
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think
We,
this
ha-
was
we had like a couple times 9,000 credits as
yeah,
well. Like
that's what I'm
both
saying.
have teammates.
Yeah, so it's like a little bit of you understanding your economy. That's why I was like, yo, there's a lot involved with this. It's not just fucking buy op. It's like game sense, economy, you understanding your kind of agent. And why I say that as well is because you're Jet. You can get away with being in fucked up situations with this. You walk down, get out, dash out, right? Even on A, you were doing that on A. I think you did it twice where you're here, you take the early fight, and then you just dash away. Right? You could be even out here.
Your
On
enemies were never A.
right.
Never.
Sure. Whatever. We can even say C. Where you're like out in the open on an off angle with your dash on because you're a Jet. Does that make sense? So that's that. Okay, let's move on. Utility usage. Okay, round 5. So this was very strong. So not much sure. We're gonna break these down really quickly. Round 5, using smokes to get out garage was really nice. This was a really nice play. Okay, remember this play? Right here when you were coming up, in my mind I was like, he needs to smoke to clear the left, and you did it, and I was like, wow, really proud of him. That's like, I was really proud. I was like, wow, that's really good. I'm being serious. People don't do this. Like, they don't understand that you can use this to section that side off, and now we're out. We're out this bitch. No? So, this is really good. Keep trying to, you know, I'll leave it up to you. Develop your spots to you where you like to smoke and where you can get some cover or like a one-way or stuff like that. Keep using this to your advantage on attack and defense. And on defense, you can use it where you have an op, you shoot. You know, you come up down, you're walking down. There's a lot you kill. You know, dash away and you start using this for cover. Or, you know, you have a rifle, you take a fight, and you need to run away, you want to reposition this way, or whatever. You gotta leave that up to you. Just kind of get creative. The creative minds do the best with utility usage. Okay? So, even here, maybe you could
Blocking sight.
block this off early at the start of the round. Maybe not there. There, and you come down, you know, you heard them window, so you want to be aggressive though, so you're here, and you're coming down, you dash away, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You can theory craft all day. Right, so get creative with it, okay? That was really good. Pro note. Next note, can use smokes to add a layer of protection quite well on attack. So this was a pro note again. That's why I thought your utility usage was really good. When you dash, a lot of the times you're using your smokes for some protection. Even when you didn't do it like that, you get over here and you threw one down and it kept you alive. Remember that time with the sage? You threw it here and then he couldn't really find you and then you came out and then whatever. So I thought this was really good that you're able to do that, like I just talked on. Make sure you're doing it on defense too, covering your teammates sometimes when he's running off. That's what I do sometimes too. He's peeking, I don't peek, and then like he's taking contact and I just like smoke for him because he's running off and he hears a lot, whatever, stuff like that. Okay, so small details, but get creative. I think your utility usage at this level is like 8, 9. It's really good. Get it better. We're gonna talk about the entering part in a bit. The next note is needs to use smoke to cover trip flank. So this is a small detail, bro. You know the fucking trips here. Throw the smoke. You can go around the chamber smoke. No, the trip. No.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know.
What?
I didn't understand that trap was always on the same spot.
Sure.
Because
but
like
you
when
can,
I played chamber, I never did it there.
yeah, but you can hear it, can't you? It goes doo doo
Yeah, yeah,
doo 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 doo. So
yeah. True.
and you knew. I knew you knew because you looked down like this, and then you still got hit by it, right?
Yeah.
So and what do you think this will do if you can get around this trip while it's smoked and it doesn't trigger?
Easy 3k at least. They don't know I'm
Sure, you
behind.
can look at it that way too, but there's an element of surprise. You're not giving away information like you did. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they'll be unaware. That's the key. We don't use element of surprise isn't just the only reason. It's because the element of surprise we will know that they're unaware. They won't really be looking for you here, and you come here and kill 3, like you said. Okay, so like there's no excuse for this because if we can't hear the trips, it's a different story. But you can hear it. Doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
Bro, cover this shit and go. Let's start
That
walking.
and the operator.
Sorry?
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, and the
That's kind of
operator.
embarrassing.
No, don't be
Holy
embarrassed.
shit.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't be embarrassed. You guys still won the game, but still, remember the protocol of improving. You've made some. It's not even a big mistake. It's just like a minor detail that could help you, benefit you in this game, or could have benefited you in this game. And that's all you have to do is process. Next time, in this scenario where it was 11-5, and they start stringing rounds together, and we don't know what the fuck's going on, and we're struggling, I need to save for an op. Maybe that can change the course of this game. That's all you have to look at it. You apply it for next time. So that's that. Okay. But let's move on. I think your usage is really good. Okay, this is where the fucking notes get thick as fuck. Okay. So like there's like 6 notes and like bro. Okay. So let's get through these. Okay. Round 1, standing out in the open a bit too much. Okay. I think on C when you guys went C. You're a bit out in the open a little bit too much. You even came here. You're just like fucking over here like this for a while. And then you came back here again and you're here. Just, bro, understand your situational awareness. And I'll ask you, How long does it take for the bomb to explode once it's been planted? Do you know?
Wasn't it like 40 seconds?
Close. 45. Okay.
Huh.
45 seconds. How many seconds does it take to defuse?
8.
7. Close.
7?
Yeah, 7.
I always thought it's
Yeah,
8.
yeah, yeah. I think in Counter Strike it might be 8, but uh, it's 7 seconds. So
The fuck?
and I'm pretty sure this is accurate because I googled this long when I first started coaching, but I'm pretty sure they didn't change it. But it's 7 seconds, 45 seconds to defuse. Sorry, to explode. So when you are on site and the bomb is down, we don't need to be out here. Is this risky?
Yeah.
It is. You need to understand the win condition. The objective is just to get this bomb to explode. On pistol, it doesn't matter if you die. It's not like you have a rifle to save, right? So understand that and just position yourself where you have a layer of protection. There's no fucking layer of protection here. They have the advantage because you're holding and they have peeker's advantage. They're going to be faster on your screen and they're going to instantly kill you. And you're not going to know why. But I'll know why. It's because you're out in the open when you don't need to. Come here, play on off angle. You got to start utilizing off angles. I think this is something I didn't write, but I noticed is that you're always out holding. Bro, off angle. This is an off angle. Okay? I have an off angle like here. Maybe here. I have an off angle. Like here. You can do an off angle here. You can have an off angle here. Hey, you can have maybe an off angle here like this as well. Okay?
Oh, I never did those. What the fuck?
Yeah. Bro, off angles are literally the recipe to getting so many fucking kills without dying. Like, if you can understand how angles work in this game, how who can see who first in this angle, or who has the advantage and this and that, and you creating off angles, it's crazy. Okay, like I'm right here, right? And if I start swinging out and I'm going like this, look where I shot. It's hard for me to see that somebody's gonna be there, and I just instantly die.
Yeah.
This guy's just gonna fall in my crosshair, right? So that's why off angles are called off angles, because they're not common. It's very unpredictable. You don't know where the fuck they're gonna be, and then also it's really, really strong because you can instantly catch them off guard and just destroy them. So start working on these. Don't be in the average pool of players where they just hold the most common shit. Against good players, they know what is common. On the retake, okay, if they come here, they're gonna look plat, they're gonna look backside, they're gonna spam it a couple times, then they come up here, and they're gonna hold here, they're gonna look here, they're gonna look here, they're gonna look here, they're gonna look logs, they're gonna look here. It's just automatic
Yeah.
protocol, right? And so
Yeah.
don't ever be in these areas where it's common, where they're gonna slice the pie to clear, or they just know where people are. Okay, and that's why off angles are created or used, so that way they don't know where you are, and you just fucking destroy them. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But
Yep.
I feel like your positioning here and thought process was a little bit weak. I'm not saying it's terrible, even though you guys won the round. I want you to kind of just think a little more. Bomb is down. 45 seconds for it to explode. 7 seconds to defuse. All we need to burn is 38.1 seconds, and we win the round. That's it, right? I don't need to
Yeah.
risk myself.
Bro, the thing
Value.
is,
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing that what I thought is always on C is like when I'm in this position,
Mhm.
like when there's coming somebody from garage and from CT at the same time, I'm not getting fucked from garage.
Sure.
Like on the other angles, I always worried about like what if they come like same time
Mhm.
and my team is like playing long and I'm just fucked on side alone. Like here, I can at least
Right.
like get a couple of guys and then I'm still like behind the box.
Yep. And there's a lot that goes involved with that. It's like, obviously, if a teammate's here holding this, like, you're not gonna die, right? Like, even here, you're not gonna die if he's holding it. You'll know if the guy's there. As soon as he dies, you start turning around, right? So it's all about being aware of what my teammates are holding. You can even IGL them to being like, hold garage, I got spawn. You communicate that. Remember what we talked about in the communication?
Yeah.
Tell them what you're holding, what you're seeing, what you have control of. And that's what I do. I tell them, I have spawn. And I look at the menu. I have spawn. Pick up everything else until I'm dead. Or even you can even set up a guy to peek off of you. This guy's, or you peek off of him. this guy's here, and then you're here, and the two teammates are holding garage. You tell them, guys, we have spawn. I'm gonna, and then you tell the guy, let's say it's like a Clove. Clove, I'm gonna peek off you. I'm gonna peek off your contact. Okay, he's like, okay. I'm gonna take contact first, and then you be disciplined enough where he starts fighting, then you start swinging, and then you tell your teammates, so yo, hold garage. Us two have spawn. We have spawn, and then they know they don't need to look there. They need to just look here. Does that make sense? So there's a lot involved with what your question. So a little bit of like you need to manage them better to do what you want them to do, so you don't die from the back, and or being aware of what they're already holding, and then you use that. But like what you said, like you're scared of being killed from garage. Let's say you know a teammate's holding garage, like you're never gonna die from garage here until this guy dies, right? So it's like you gotta be aware of who's falling, because it's important on the post plant scenario. Whoever dies, you know that space is open now, and you tell them, "Yo, there's one garage," and then you maybe make a play here, or you just kind of play your life and just wait for this guy to swing out. You kill him on an off angle, come, not kill another one, bam, 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 whatever. We're theory crafting, but I hope that answers your question. And don't be scared. Okay, what are the chances you die in a round? Do you know, in any given round? It's quite high. That's how you can look at it. You are going to die. And so the best way to look at it when you are going to die, isn't it to have the best chance to survive? To have a crazy angle where we can not just get one, but 2 to 3, 4. And so being out in the open does not let you do that. Being here. Being here. Being here. Being here. This is a very good spot. Very common though. Right, you can hold 2 angles at one spot. Right? Maybe you can go here. Maybe you can go long. Right? So, kind of, you gotta think about these things. Instead of just, I'm waiting for a guy. You're gonna die here. Like, against good, not against your elo. A little bit higher elo, you're gonna get shit on here. High ascendant, low ascendant, high diamond. They're gonna fucking delete you here. Because people are good aimers nowadays. It's not like when me and you played in episode 5. Bro, in episode 5, I could literally do this. By myself, go like this, tap this guy, tap this guy, tap this guy, and we have the sight, so 5v1. You can't do that anymore. People are super aware. They understand angles. They understand how to position themselves when people are coming in to get value. So you have to understand, the skill ceiling has raised a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure you experienced it. I've experienced it. I came back in episode 9 after 2 years, act 3, and I was just like, what the fuck? I cannot kill these guys. And I was in like diamond. What the fuck? How did these guys get so good? Back then in diamond, okay, they're on defense. I would do this, and they would not know. My team takes contact somewhere. I'm just doing this on diamond against diamond players. I'm not joking. I wish I had video. And I'm here, and I just killed 3 people. You can't do that anymore. There's one guy just sitting here because he knows that's common. People are much more aware. Okay, but anyways, that's that. Any questions with this note? Standing out in the open to much.
Yeah, valid point.
Sure, go ahead.
No,
That's
no,
it.
I mean,
Oh, you got it. Okay, I thought you said I
yeah.
have another point. Okay, it's fine.
No,
Round
no,
3.
I'm at valid point.
Yeah, okay, yep. Round 3. He needs to not run it down garage window, bro. Like, bro, this is a grief, bro. What are you doing, bro? You're just. You're just like up here and you die, bro. Just be a little bit more methodical. Be a little bit more careful. Understand that these guys are not noobs, or we can do that. You could do that in episode 5, there you get away. And obviously, I'm not saying you can never get away with this. You can get away with this, but you gotta kind of be a little bit more critical and methodical in the thought process on doing it. You gotta kind of feel it out more, or understand this current situation. Okay,
Yeah, but
yeah.
was it not droned? Like, I just remember I did it one time because it was droned.
Yeah, it was.
After.
It was.
Yeah.
But what would I rather you do? Go this way or this way?
Outside, always.
Yeah, that's my point. It's not, and that's why I was like, oh, it's not bad, or you can never get away with this. Yeah, there's a time and place for it, but you're a duelist. Your role is to get on site, so you can start clearing it, so that way it is free for your teammates to start planting the bomb and burning 38.1 seconds to win the round. Right? You gotta play the objective. This is like a aggressive trying to make a play. We don't need to make a play. We need the fucking site. We need to control, maintain, manage space so that way we can win. So that's how you have to look at it. I'd rather you go this way. And throw your smoke here and do how you did really well. You do that well, so you can come out here well. Okay, that was a bad smoke.
Blocking sight.
Okay, so I want. That's how you have to look at it as a duelist role. You need to go sight. Need to. To me, a duelist that will make these plays and the whole team is doing this what he's supposed to do is a bad duelist. The good duelist does his job first, then makes the play. And maybe we'll touch on this right now very quickly. But how you have to look at actually wait, let me think. Did I write anything down? Okay, yeah, we'll go through this really quick. I'll try my best. It's really extensive, but I'll go through it. So how you have to look at being a duelist, okay? When you are entering and scaling. What is the definition of entering and scaling to you?
Bro, entering, being the guy who makes space, like
Okay.
gray satchel, neon style, whatever.
Yep.
Like I create like information.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like inside, and they can follow me up. But
Yep.
scaling, bro, I'm not like
Okay,
native
that's fine.
English speaker,
It's
so I
fine,
don't
it's
know
fine,
what
it's
it
fine.
means.
Okay, but have you heard that before? Yo, entry and scale. Can you
Yeah.
scale up? Can you scale up? Have you heard that in your games before? It's a Valorant term,
Never.
and it's like an English word, but it's a Valorant term in this game. So, you kind of put both of them in one. So entrying on the fundamental level, okay, is actually just getting on the site. Entry, it's in the name. Entry, go in, right? You entry a
Enter.
doorway, a museum, a building, whatever. You entry. You go in. So that's kind of what it means. Is go in first, and obviously entering and scaling is a team expedition. You're never fucking entering and scaling first by yourself. They're throwing smokes down. Darts are going backside if they're good players. Flashes are for you, right? So entering just means getting on site with the help of the teammates. Scaling is in the name as well. Scale. Scale a ladder. What does scale the ladder mean? Move up, go up. Progress, move forward. Okay, so we entried, right? We entried. Now you scale. Does that make sense?
Yep.
The scaling part means moving, progressing, so that we can control. Okay, and this is what we're going to talk about. It's going to be about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's really important, not that you just enter, get on site. I've had a student a long time ago, EU student, one of my first Immortal students. He did this. What's wrong with this?
He's just staying on the same
Yeah.
spot, not clearing the angles.
And I asked him,
After
bro,
that.
what are you doing? You're just fucking sitting default. And not only was he sitting here, he was sitting here, and the whole his whole team is clearing the site, and he's still here like this. While he knows his team's there, he's like.
Like he didn't retake and he planted.
He did nothing. Yeah, he got on site for free. So not for free. He got on site first. Yeah, great. But that's not the important part. The important, because the teammates can do that. No, if they're good enough and they understand this fundamental concept of how to be a entry and scale, or they're a duelist player on any agent. That's me. Like a cipher, I'll entry. I'll show anybody how to entry and scale on any agent. Doesn't matter. Okay, but it's not only important to get on first. It's really important that you scale the site, and then we tell them, guys, it's free. Will anyone be worried that they're gonna get shot in the back of the head in a corner if you tell them and you've done your job correctly by getting on site, clearing every single corner and telling them it's free? Will they be worried? No, they will not be worried at all. They will trust you, right? If you entry and scale properly and you've done your job correctly, you tell them it's free, they automatically will start understanding to look garage and spawn. They don't even need to go over here and look over here because they believe or trust you've done your job correctly. Does that make sense? And
Yep.
how you need to look at sites, any site, any map, okay? I'll leave this kind of up to you. You got to be able to section off sites. And I like to use a 3-section process. the first section of any site, any map, this is objective, it's absolutely fucked up. So that I call it the fucked up section. That's how you can call it whatever you want. I know, I just made it funny. Okay, where, bro, we can go on any map, any site. Bro, there's always a fucking crossfire in this first section. Here, here, right? These like really hard corners that we gotta go left, right, 180 degrees type clearing. Okay, look at B.
Wow,
Look at this
on B,
area.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's super
With
hard.
the
You're
top
never
box
gonna.
as well.
Yeah, you're never gonna entry by yourself. Okay, look at A. Same thing. There's fucking
Here.
graffiti. There's this corner. There's
Here.
short. It's so fucked up, right? To clear. It's hard. It's hard to clear without utility, right? So that's why I call it the fucked up angles. And there's crossfires. That's the first section. So I'll give you an example. So I think on C, I've explained this a lot actually on C on Haven. Like this is your first. Is the first section. This line back this way is the first section. So here, here, off angles, maybe default. Okay, here is the first section where we need to kind of go in and clear right away, and then we start looking elsewhere, right? And not only do we need to clear these angles or these corners, sorry, there's angles that we need to hold as well. That's why it's so fucked up. To get on site, we gotta look plat, we gotta look backside, we gotta look here,
Here.
right here, we gotta look logs, right? We gotta look garage, right? But don't worry about garage for now. So that's the first section. The second section, I call it areas of the site that is close or near back site. So if we've sectioned this area plus this rectangle is the first section, to you, what would be is close, near, backside to you on this C?
It's close near backside.
What would you
Yeah,
consider it?
just, yeah,
Would you-
the
What'd you
box
say?
on the left and the box on the right.
Platform,
The,
plat, we call that
yeah,
plat.
that
Logs, we call
and
this
that.
logs, right? What else?
Hmm?
You got two
Yeah, behind
right here,
box. Yeah, and then on the left, like on the bottom,
here.
like behind the play. No.
Oh, this
Yeah,
one, back plat, top
there.
plat.
Yeah,
Yep. Backside. This
and
is
also
the
yeah,
common backside. Logs here as well. This is near
yeah.
backside. No, where it's like a fucked up angle where you can have value. A lot of people play here. I play there a lot. Here as well.
Yeah.
Right. Here as well. And so that's it. That's how you look at sections. There's one section, second section. We can look at B as well. Okay. The first section is here. Right here. Like if we were to draw a line, right where this thing is. That is the first section. Okay, the fucked up close rafters here, right? And then and this is more of a unique site. And then the second section would be that line, this line, backwards. Here, people play here, no? People play here, no? People play here, no? Right? People
Yep.
play here, no? People play here, no? So this is the backside section. That's how you can look at it. Near is or close backside or connected to
Bro,
backside.
can you real quick explain how you enter on B? Because I
Yeah.
don't know the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, and I
And
saw that.
there's
You went,
for
you,
one time
you
I
went like
could
this.
dash.
Yeah, and then you saw the clove here and you dropped down, you killed this guy, and then the clove killed you somehow. You should have killed this clove right away. But and also this is something I'll tell you. Actually, can we save this question for after I explain this
Yeah,
first?
yeah.
Okay, because it's quite extensive. I don't want to lose my train of thought. So
Yeah.
you see how that's the first section, and then there's second section. You need to, and maybe we can do this together on a session moving forward. We'll maybe one session we'll spend the whole session going through every map, every site, so that way you can develop your own protocol on where to look first, stuff like that. Because you know, if we were to do that today, it would take fucking 5 hours, right? But you get my point. So well, and I've done that before. I've done that with Duelist students before, where we go through every map in the rotation, and then I show them how I like to entry. What is the first section, second section? Because every site and map is different, right? There's some sites where, you know. Anyways, anyway, I don't want to get carried away. So that's how we look at sites: first section, second section. And what I want to say is, just how you came here, or made this play here, do not make this play unless you have cleared the first and second section. Once you've cleared or killed them in the first and second section, you will know, as long as you do it properly, that the site is clear. And then you call that. Okay? Now,
Yeah.
after the first and second section, there's a third section. Okay? And that area is called spawn. Here, this whole area. Even you can kind of say garage is leading towards spawn and can be that area connected to. Okay, it's not spawn, but you get my point. It's like not the site, but it's leading into the spawn area. Okay, so, and I'll give you an example. I had a student on Pearl. It's not Pearl, but just bear with me. This is what he did. And what is wrong with this? There's multiple reasons.
Not clearing left or right.
Not clearing left
Not
or right.
smoking.
Did he clear back sight? That it didn't clear back
No.
sight. And I asked him, I said, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I was tilting. What are you doing? It was his first session. I wasn't yelling at him, but you know, I'm just over exaggerating. But I was like, what are you doing? And I asked him, what was your thought process here? He's like, well, I just wanted to get on site and then get to spawn and just ape aggression, kill them. And I said, you know what? I can respect that. Because a lot of people are actually very scared to go here to make a play. Right? They're too safe. Okay? And I told him, keep that aggression, that ape aggression to wanting to go and spawn and kill everybody until, like, keep it in the back burner in your mind and activate it only once you have cleared the first and second section. Then I don't give a fuck. Take your fucking knife out, go here and feed, run it down, kill people. I don't care. And obviously I do care. Okay? But understand, once you've cleared the first and second section, it's clear, and you make this play. If you come here and you need to manage risk, like, you got to know if you're able to come here, obviously. You don't just go. It's not automatic. You need to figure that out with feeling, information. You know they're coming late, etc., the situation. Okay, but if you come here, you need to fucking come big. That's my expectation. If you've cleared the site and you want to make a play on spawn, because it's, you know, 3v4, you want to make a play. 2v5, you need to make a play. You need to come big. You cannot die. That's my expectation, right? Because how many times have you experienced where one guy comes here, kills 3 people? What's the chances you guys win the round? Very high. What's the, you know, I'm sure you've seen this too, where one guy comes here, it's 5v5, he pushed, he dies, you guys lose the round. And I'm not saying that one guy comes here, kills 3, you guys always win. Or this guy comes here in a 5v5 and dies and always lose. I'm sure you've experienced that too. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to be able to manage the risk. Once you've managed the risk and you come here, my standard is you need to kill them. Like, there's no exception. Like, you cannot die. Right? So that's how I look at it. But that's how you have to look at your entering and scaling protocol on attack. And also, sometimes there's like, man advantage comes into play. Like, you know, if we're 3v5 and you've scaled the site, killed them, do we need to take risk?
No.
We do. So these are fundamentals of tactical shooters. If it's 3v5, somebody needs to take some risk. Because they're on a 5v3 retake. Think about that.
Ooh, we give them so much space for free.
Right. Somebody needs to be aggressive to even out the playing count or get us ahead, or at least get one and come back. Now it's a 3v4. Does that make sense? And I'll maybe.
Oh, I thought we are 5.
No. So the first
There's
number is
3.
always us. So 3v5 means we're 3, they're 5, right?
Oh.
So
okay,
that's how you
yeah.
can look at. If I say 5v3, that's us 5, them 3. Do we need to take risk? Can we take risk? Yes,
Yeah.
you're correct. We don't need to take risk, but we can because we have numbers. Does that make sense? One guy can go here and throw. It's
Yeah.
still 4v3. 2 guys can go here and throw.
Yeah.
It's still 3v3, right?
Yeah.
And so when you're and that's why what I'm saying is that use the man count. The numbers matter. It gives you your situational awareness. If it's 1v5, it's without a doubt you need to come here and fucking kill 4 people, right? You're not gonna sit here and wait for play long on a 1v5. You're fucking dead, right? You're gonna smoke the bomb and start spamming. You're dead, right? And so, you know, in a 2v4, 4v2, you need to understand that. In a 4v2, you just tell them, we have sight. Don't push, just wait, play off each other, right? It makes sense. We don't need to fucking take any risk. Why risk that? So the number count, the player count will always give you an answer on your risk management. That's how I look at it. Okay, and trust me, you'll gain that experience through that. There's so many times where it's 3v4. I'm like, yo, somebody needs to make a play. There's a breach ult. I'm like, yo, bro, somebody needs to fucking push them on. We're gonna get fucking wrecked. 2v3, 3v4, 4v5, make a play. Okay, so that's how you look at it. You gotta manage it though. It's not always have to. There's times where you're 3v4, you don't need to, because you believe in each other. You know, you guys have very good positionings, stuff like that, right? So it's all about kind of managing that through experience. That's how you can look at it. Okay. Any questions?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
you wanted me to show you how to entry on B, right?
Yeah.
So I'll show you that quickly. Let me just get back in here. Fuck, it's taking forever. What the fuck? It usually doesn't take this long, but I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's frozen. Oh.
Did you just get kicked out because you're
Yeah,
so long in the
yeah.
custom?
When you're in the custom for too long, like an hour, 2 hours, it does this. Don't worry about it. Okay, let me just pull up my notes.
Let's go.
So let's move on. I'm gonna show you that, and then let me just okay. Let me show you that first. Fuck, getting ahead of myself. So we were on round. Okay, I'll talk about it actually because this is perfect. You asked me how to enter on B. The next note is round 8. He takes B. He
Maybe if we
updraft
kick
dash
their
on top
asses hard
site.
enough, they'll
He
stop
saw the
bothering
guy
us.
left side and didn't clear or call him out. Also doesn't need to updraft dash. I'll explain this note and show
My
you.
ult's ready.
So as a jet, you need to kind of develop this where you gotta know which sites I'm able to updraft dash on as an entry. Okay, and in Haven, I'm gonna be honest. Besides maybe B, you're never really updraft dashing to entry. You should be more just dashing it on the entry. Even on B, I think it's bad because how exposed are you when you do this? How many
Absolutely.
how many angles can see you? Like a lot, right?
Bro, I saw it from like I don't know if it was like something, you know, like PRX something,
Yep.
or
Yep.
like
Yep.
Korean Jet or something. I
Yep.
saw
Yep.
that one time
Yeah.
with the smoke and updraft there, and ever since I'm doing it like every
time.
like
Yeah.
second B push.
You know, it's
Like, I
good
don't
on
know.
it's good on like Abyss. You know, on Abyss on B, you just
Yeah.
updraft dash on Abyss. I'm trying to think about other maps. Icebox, it's okay on yellow, right? Like those are the kind of maps that it's okay. But this map, this site is not very good because there's just so many angles that can see this part and just kill you. Or even if they're sitting in a corner, this guy right here, just like you're dead. Like, oh, he's right here. Fucking, you're dead, right? So I'd rather you just go for
Blocking sight.
the normal dash, come out. But the problem here in this round for you was you did it,
Here.
okay? And I actually saw the clove here. You had to see him there, but you didn't.
What? I didn't see him.
Yeah, you'll see it in the VOD. You'll see
Blocking
it's like
sight.
you absolutely missed. You came up here and he ran this way, and then you came this way and you killed this guy. And I don't remember if he killed you or not, but you needed to call this guy out because then your teammates would have start rushing this guy and killing him. But I'd rather you
Yeah,
just
I
kind of
think 2 died to him.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like that to me was the key because you knew, I knew. Obviously you didn't know, but I saw and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's right there." And you didn't even know. You went you went this way instead of coming this way. So but you know, B is a little bit trickier. There isn't much space to entry, right? But if you have like a Sova, KO, or you know, a Fade, a Recon Initiator, you always tell them to
Here.
dart backside. But again, remember what I told you, entering and scaling is kind of a team expedition. Entering is a team expedition. Scaling is a bit more you alone doing it. But you know, on B, I like to always kind of try to get these question marks on these corners. Right? At least one side if you can. If you're fast enough, you can do both.
Blocking sight.
Like that. Where, what do you think happens when I do that?
Question marks on the map.
Yeah.
Enemy, like the
Right.
teammates are not
And then I have my smoke here, right? They can't really
They know how to
see where I
cover.
am. and let's say 4 of my teammates are here, will they fucking trade this guy if
Here.
they see this guy here? Instantly, they will look and kill this guy. And then I knew that that guy was there. He's dead. I don't even need to come out looking this way. I just start going back side. What I told you. And this map's a little bit unique where the third section is connected to the second section, right? Backside's over
Yeah.
here, but there's a third section connected. So you gotta kind of have to keep that in mind, that in this site that the third section is gonna be the highly contested areas, like high resistance areas. They're not gonna be like 3 backside. They're gonna be fucking link waiting, right? And there's gonna smokes are going down as well. But don't push the links until you've cleared backside, then go back. Okay, if you want, if you've managed that risk. But yeah, you could just, I would just go through the sides here,
Here.
and then add the
Okay.
looking left, right, like that. And then there's a smoke. And then your teammates follow up and obviously confirm with them. Get ready. Let's say you don't have dash, it's a little bit way harder. You know, let's say we're with our team, our teammates are coming up this way too. He's obviously gonna hold this side, right? Nobody's gonna let you fucking hold 2 angles at the higher level. So the one guy's gonna be like this, and then you're gonna be coming up with him as well. And then he'll come here, and then you know, maybe you can even use a smoke. And then you start oh, that sounds bad. And then you start coming out, you start trying to clear them, or you guys come out together. That's what I see a lot on B. One guy will be here, one guy will be here, and then they both swing out together, right? So they're clearing each other's back, and then they start clearing the site.
Here.
Second section, backside, and then they automatically start going link once they manage the risk. Does that make sense? But a little bit
Yeah.
situational, like you're gonna need a lot of utility. This is a site that needs a fuck ton of utility. Dogs, drones, okay, smokes, recon, like this, mollies, like this site is very hard to entry by yourself. And that's what I said too, is like you're never gonna entry this site by yourself. Like you need utility. Okay, so that's how you can look at it at B. Right? Hope that answered your question. It's a little bit too situational, but that's okay. Let's move on. But yeah, sorry. Yeah. So with this note, don't updraft dash. You can do it. You can do it. I'm not saying you can never do it, but just understand you're gonna be a sitting duck sometimes. So, it can be bad. Maybe kind of try to figure out what kind of agents they have and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, let's move on. Round 13 needs to find a better positioning on A besides backside, or maybe even big brain play and start going B to walk down behind them because they cut noise for a while. So remember this round. You're around here, you're like, yo, they're A, and then you came back, you sat here, they cut noise for a while, and you're jump peeking, it was like AFK for a while, and then all of a sudden, I think the trip activated, the flash comes out, and you peeked, and then the chamber killed you. Remember that round here?
Yeah.
Round
55 on him.
13.
I
Yeah.
was blind.
Yep, you were blind because that Reyna clipped, that blind just clipped you. Like, just clipped you. I thought you were going to get away with it. But even here, like, you could have big brained and been like, wait, there's a lot A. They're kind of playing it slow. I'm going to walk down, go behind them. I know they got a chamber and whatever, but still. That to me tells me that you can do it. Because there's a chamber, you can just smoke the strip and go behind. I'm just running through it. Right, but, and this, okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm not putting shade on EU, but a lot of my EU students tend to always hide backside. I'm not sure why. I think it's just a EU, like kind of what you guys do. But in NA, like our positioning is so fucking creative. There'll be these guys here. They're on off angles like all over the fucking map, and that's why it's really difficult to just do things by yourself in NA. But in EU, I noticed like people love to default here. And I'm not saying this is a bad spot. This is a good spot too. But you got to know when to leave this spot or move from it. Right? Smokes go
Yes.
down, come wide. Okay, but I had a student too. The smokes went down. You were even smoked. This was even smoke for you at some point. Come wide. Reposition yourself. Understanding that there's a lot A. And you come here. There's a smoke here. Just sit here on an off angle. You'll be surprised how many kills you'll get here. Because this guy's like, oh, we gotta clear right. And he goes, yeah. And you're dead. This guy's dead. Right? Because he's not in this corner where he can get pre-fired, pre-aimed. He's on an off angle, so this guy's coming out shoulder first. Oh, gotta clear this guy. Like, he's dead here. He's not even dead here. He's dead here because of the off angle. Do you understand? So, utilize this more. Think about it. You're a jet too. Maybe come up here sometimes. Right? No?
Yeah, I played here so often that I
Yeah.
never came here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you
It's
just
the round so like in general this game in heaven was so I've never had this like less speaking teammates.
yeah,
Never had like random enemies. It
yeah,
was so weird.
yeah, and that's fine. I
And
understand. Those are like the variables that you can't control, right? But still, all we
yeah,
can do is focus on our positioning. I would like you to get
yeah,
creative. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this is bad, but you
yeah.
sat here for fucking ever and
Oh,
just
I
died.
always do that on heaven. Like
Yeah,
every fucking
yeah.
time I'm
Just
playing on heaven,
go graffiti.
it's always the same.
Bro, go here. This is a really good spot. You can hold two angles with one. Yes, it's common, but still, it's hard for them to clear, especially if you have teammates here, okay, or heaven, okay, or he's here as well. You're gonna be protected to some degree. So, and you can be playing off angles like this. If one guy's holding long, one guy's here, you can even put them in that position to play these angles too. Like they're always gonna come out like this, and then they start coming out like this. And you're just gonna kill them on this off angle. Right? You don't know how many times I come here and kill them. This is probably my sweet spot though. Here and in here. I like playing here. This is a better angle too. Because you
Oh,
actually would have saw
yeah.
this chamber come out rather than being here. And look at, can we see him? No. But look at this angle.
No.
So we kind of would be an off angle,
Oh.
and then you get one and you smoke and then reposition to go backside, start feeling out what's going on in the fight and the situational awareness. Right? So
Yeah.
it's just a small note, but what I'm really saying is like just don't sit here forever. It's not a bad position, but you got to understand the situation at hand. If I were to ask you, what's the situation at hand? What would you say?
What? I
What is
didn't
the
get the question.
situation at hand? What is happening in this round?
You mean when we like switching the positions?
No,
Or
no,
when I
no,
just
no,
stay
no,
at the
no,
same?
no, no, no. Specifically in this round, round 13, when you sat here, what was going on? Try to replay the round.
Um, they were coming out of the main smoke with
Sure.
a flash,
And what is that?
and they
Them coming out A, what does that
entering.
mean? Yeah, they're executing A, no? They're coming in, or at least wanting to come in. So you need to understand that before they come in. You're understanding that when they're coming in. It's reactionary. Get ahead. This was even, from what I remember, I was smoked. I'm pretty sure. My memory is really bad right now. But just reposition yourself. Go here. Go here. So that way, when they do come in, you can get a lot of value. Does that make sense? Instead of
Yep.
you just being ready when they're coming in by being backside, blah 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 blah, 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 right? Like, so that's it. Just be a little creative. Reposition. Short is a very good place you can play as well as jet. Off angle, kill this guy, dash out, start fighting, right? Stuff like that. So you can play here. I think you can bunny hop away if there's too many. Play hell. Go over here.
Here.
Over here. Over there.
Here.
You can be over here. Right? So that's that. We're a little bit theory crafting, but it's just important that you can understand your other options rather than, yep, next time I'm gonna play here again. Like, that's bad. Like, you died. The
Yeah.
result was bad. So, and I'm not saying it'll never be good. So yeah, there'll be times you come here and peek and kill 3 people.
Yep.
But what I want you to do is just develop the creativity and positioning, so that way you will have crazy value, not just some value, mega value, win rounds outright because of that positioning you kind of used before, thought about. Okay, so that's that. All right,
Yeah.
any questions?
No.
And then also I wrote, you could have even made the case, like, because did they go fast? Did they run it down from the start to the beginning when they came in?
No.
No, you fucking jump peek this like fucking 4 times. Everybody's waiting around, don't know what the fuck's going on. You run. They'll hear you run. That'll encourage them to go. Your teammates are already there, but you're just flanking. You see this big brain chess game?
Yeah.
And then they start coming in because they thought you were rotating. They heard one guy rotating, and you're just coming behind them. You have an element of surprise, and you just fucking kill 3 people.
What
Okay.
do you do on a flank? Like, are you just running with your gun, with your knife? Because
Yeah.
like, what if there's someone holding?
Yeah, so this is quite complicated. We'll go through it right now, actually. Wait, hold on. Okay,
Chamber has a
it's
split.
actually the last note. So save this question for the last note
Okay.
in movement positioning, and then I'll touch on it there. Okay, let's get through these next three. That's really quick. Okay, so the next note is could try and use timing to get first bloods more. So understand, build, develop timings. I'll show you some. Okay, on B, there's a timing I use every single time. I'll either understand they don't play window, so that I don't ask for a smoke. If I seen multiple rounds, they're always swinging this quickly. I ask for a smoke, and then I walk down. I look here, start of the round. Like there's a barrier. I'm like, yo, let's say they don't peek it. Okay, I've identified the last 4 rounds nobody plays window, so then I don't need a smoke there, right? So I'll be like, yo guys, I'm walking down. I walk down. I just kill this guy right here. There's usually one guy walking, looking, garage
Okay.
door. So this is a timing, right? He's like this, and before he can do that, he's dead because look how I do it. I'm holding, then I look, right? As soon as I clear the box. But with this timing, there's a barrier, come down. He's dead here before he's here. Remember how I turned around here? He's dead here.
Yep.
And you'll kill him. Okay, so there's timings all across the map. Garage, same thing. I'll be here, start of the round, and I'll just peek right here. The guy will either be walking down or he'll be here. And it becomes a little micro adjustment. You know, bro, this is like my sweet spot on Haven. When I want to make a play or get a first blood early, like I make this fucking play every time. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pick this guy. Unless I come here and then I hear 4 people. I'm never peeking. I just start running away, right? But if I know it's one or there's no noise, I'm literally always kind of making this play. And there's nobody here. I start walking down, start flanking. But there's timings all over across the map. Same thing here. There's a barrier. You walk down, take your knife out. You get here. Yeah, you can take the fight here, or you just stay here on an off angle, right? A. Everyone knows this timing. Barriers go down, come across, and then you start going across to the side, right? So understand these on the map. There's a lot on any map, any site, any part of the map. So I would like you to develop these timings instead of you fucking starting backside here and then this is AFK. Abuse these aggressive frontline positionings to your advantage. There's even timings here where you don't hear any noise. You don't know how many times I've done this. I come here, then they decide to come C, and they don't even clear me, and I just killed 3 people and I just smoke and run away.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how you can kind of get more first bloods. And if I were to ask you, are first bloods of value? Are they valuable to you?
Absolutely.
Yes, they are, and I'll explain why. It's because we are gaining a man advantage. The pressure goes on them, whether we're on attack or defense, doesn't matter. Okay? They are man down. They can do less. They need to hold more with less people. Right? So first, and that's why they show the stat. It's very valuable. So that's how you kind of have to get used to developing and finding these timings. To develop and find these timings is to start up front. And I'll send you a clip to kind of explain this because it's quite long. And that video is 3 minutes, and I'll explain it like really where you understand it very well. So just understand that there's, you know, these aggressive positionings can really add options to what we need to do and help you take space too, which we're going to touch on. Okay, any questions?
Nope.
Okay, also he can start in aggressive positionings more, so just what I just talked about. That was the next note. I'll send you a video to explain that so we don't waste some time. I don't want to spend 20 minutes on it, so I want to get to the more important stuff. It's not as important but still important, so I'll just send you a video. Round 18 does need to updraft dash on retake on C. Doesn't, sorry, I meant to write. Just get out normally and he would have had more impact or value, bro. You, like, I don't know what the fuck went through your mind to just... And then
I know,
and
bro.
not only did you whiff on this guy, you got caught in the middle of not knowing who to kill first because you saw a guy here and then you just died.
Yeah.
Bruh. All you had to do was use your protocol that I kind of showed you. Didn't really explain it, but knowing where you need to look. Okay, this is clear.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Bro, I watched so many like videos about this.
Yeah.
You don't know, bro. I watched so many.
It's just fundamentals, and this is what I'll say with what you just said, where it's like I watched so many videos, but I'm still making these mistakes, bro. It's one. That's what I tell my students all the time. It's one thing to know. It's another to apply. Remember what we talked about with the whole protocol of improving?
True.
What's the point in the IGLing thing? What's the fucking point if you know, but you can't do it? So you
Yeah.
need to apply. And trust me, once you apply it one time, does it get easier or harder when you do it one time after you processing on the information, fixing the mistake? Is that
It's
quite?
easier by each time.
It gets easier and easier and easier because you're like, whoa, what the fuck? I never were able to apply, and then I finally were able to correct my mistake. Great. Now I can build upon it. I've done it. I can do it again. Right? So it's really important. This is not just a Valorant thing. It's a life skills. What the fuck's the point if you know you got mental problems, but you're still using those mental problems? Gotta fix it. What's the point if you have no patience, but you're still impatient? Gotta get patient. Does that make sense? What's the point if you're always angry? You know you're always angry, and you're always angry. You're never not angry. What's the fucking point? You need to apply. You need to fix. You need to fix. That's the main part. Take action. Okay, so but anyways, in this note, all you had to do was just do this. Doop doo 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 up doop one here, up up doo 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 doo. I was just fooling around, but you get my point. Like you don't need to do this. Is like the most high risk brain dead thing you can do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like just take it easy. And
I
this is
whiffed.
this is what you can kind of look at as on the retake, like a tool. Is like on the retake, you need to be fucking methodical. You can't just be running out nothing. Slice the pie. You already showed me you can do it. So this is where slice the pie comes in on the retake more than entering and scaling. And it's a simple math deduction. If we're retaking from here, where's the most common spots people like to play? Remember, we went through this on the
Yeah.
entering and scaling. It's here,
Here.
here, here,
Here.
here, here, right?
Yep.
And you just have to simply flip the entering and scaling thing to the retake. And I tell this to my students, so retaking and entering and scaling go hand in hand. Are they not related? To you? Do you think
They
they're
are.
related? They are related. And I'll
Oh.
explain why. It's because we are simply looking at the same angles that we would when we're on attack coming in. We come in, look here, 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 look back sight, look here. And it's the same thing on retake, just flipping it. Okay, I'm gonna look here, look here, look here, look here, look here, look here, and look here, 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 look default. This is the backside for retake, right? Pretty much. So, but does that make sense?
Yep.
They go hand. It's the same pathing. It's the same corners. It's the same angles to some degrees. It's kind of flipped. So that's how you have to look at it. And if you look at it like that, bro, you're gonna be so good because wait, not here, not here, not here. That means it can only be here, here, or logs. Okay, they're not there. Now I gotta look default. Not default, automatic. They're all long or garage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You see how I come up to that conclusion
Yeah.
through knowing what space I've cleared? It's a simple math
Yep.
deduction by you, and it's map knowledge too. It's game sense because you gotta know where people like to play commonly. Generally, where in your elo people like to play 8, 9 out of 10 times. Okay, and then obviously you can kind of get ready for off angles once you start experiencing good players playing them. You kind of understand where people will be and what is used. So it's like knowledge involved too. Okay, any questions?
Nope.
Okay, let's move on. The next thing is instead of over rotating, take space. Okay, this is where we're gonna touch on it. Take space. Okay, and I'll ask, what is taking space for?
Information. Like, let's say we're rotating from C to A.
Yep.
And we all go through spawn. Like, we can get fucked from window, from
Right.
like garage,
Mhm.
squad. But if we are like kind of getting some space on garage and window, we can have like more options open. Like,
Good. I love
okay,
that
there's
answer.
3 on A.
Good.
Maybe we can go garage. know.
That's one big thing. It's like with taking space, there's more options available. But if we just go to spawn, it's like there's no other option but to commit to the rotate or sit here
Yeah.
now because we don't know if people are taking timings because we don't want to die, right? But
Yeah.
and I'll explain further. Okay, taking space is important because, like you said, we get information, and by gaining. And I'll ask you a question: do you like getting paid? Do you like making money? getting money,
Yeah.
you got to look at
course.
information as getting paid. Okay? And I'll explain why. With information, okay, for example, if you came out here and there's nothing, yo, guys, nothing C, nothing C. Do we know they're going C?
Yeah, they're not going C.
Yeah, we just generally know they are either
You're
mid
A.
area or A. And with information, we will know generally where they are. By generally knowing where they are, we will know what they can and will do. And I'll explain this in a little bit. But before that, okay, you gotta look at it like this: 10 out of 13 maps in Valorant that is out, okay, are actually in rough thirds. Keyword rough. They're not perfect thirds. So you can label Garage with the C third or the mid third. I probably put it more towards mid third. But A third is like diagonal, but it's still a third. Like A lobby, site, our spawn, and their spawn. 1/3. We can even split it down the middle, right? And then
Yeah.
C as well. There's C third, mid third, A third. It's rough third. So if we come down here and we have the C third, the C one third, we just know, like, you got it right. You're like, they're either here or here. If we come down C and another guy comes down mid and he's here, doesn't see absolutely nothing, where are they? We have C and mid, where are they?
What did you say, bro? I was like
So
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 zoned
so we
out.
have C third, we came down here,
Yeah.
and the guy comes down mid. Where are they?
A. It's A. It's
Yeah,
A.
it's automatic, and I'm glad you can get that.
Bro, it's so often I'm coming from C long.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one window. There's no one garage,
Yeah,
and they're all four like on the A, waiting for the retake. Like
yeah,
at least one come with me from window.
sure, but
What the
that's not
fuck?
even the problem. The problem there would be you telling them, stack it, stack it, stack it. Don't play retake. Stack it, stack it, stack it. Right? Because
Yeah.
you know while you're coming here like this that they're all A. Because you're not dead. If
True.
you're dead, it's a different story. You automatically know, right? And this is what I'll say. So I'll give you a few questions. So if we take C and we take A, say we get to A lobby, we take in the space, and we're like, yo, nothing C, nothing A. Where are they?
They're probably B.
Yeah, mid area,
Garage.
grass, window, right?
Yeah.
Last one. And you can use these in any combination. It can be we have C and B, they're A. We have A and C, they're mid. We have B and A, they're C. We have A, they're B and C. And this is the last question. You need to get it right. If you can't, there's something wrong with you. Okay. If we have, okay, I'll explain it further like this. This guy, we walked down, started the round. There's no noise on the defensive team. It's super sweaty, quiet round. We come up to here, we're like, nothing C, absolutely nothing. Garage guy's like, oh, there's nothing C. Let me try to see if grass is clear. He comes here. There's nothing there. He's like, nothing B, absolutely nothing. Okay, a teammate on A was holding A lobby. He's like, yo, there's nothing here. He starts walking up. He's like, yo, boys, nothing A. Where are they? Generally.
Generally, they're playing slower.
Sure.
They're like around window
Sure.
and like around garage waiting. Like they're
No,
playing
no, no,
slow,
not
waiting to
garage, not
push.
garage, because we come up to here. This guy's up to here. Exactly where I am. He's looking here. Okay. Where are they? Super simple. Let's say we even come up to here. And then the C guy's like here. Super simple.
Bro, why should they respawn?
Exactly. They're spawn. They're spawn.
But what the fuck on the tech?
And I'm telling you, it's just a simple example on how I'm explaining it. Is that we can deduct by us taking all this space that they are in spawn. And obviously they're not going to do that, sit here AFK. But does that make sense? Where when we're
Yeah,
up
of
here and
course.
here and here, there's no other, there's fucking nowhere else but right here and behind, right? And so that's how
Yeah.
you have to look at the space. It's like it's information. And to be honest, bro, there are actually times there are in spawn when they're defaulting. Look at Icebox. When they default, they're in their fucking spawn, right? There's
True.
another map I'm missing as well, but the student told me, but I totally forgot. But this isn't to see if you're dumb. It's just to open up your mind that this is how the rule of thirds work. If I have C, they are mid and A. If we have A and C, they are B. Does that make sense? And then with that
Bro,
information, not only do we know where they are with using the rule of thirds, we will know what they can do. And I'll give you an example. We took C space. Another teammate came down mid. There's absolutely nothing like your example. And we know they're A. Guys, they're A, they're A, they're A. We get up to here. What are their options? Let's say even our team 3 on A, stacking it, stalling them, and 2 people flanking. They're contained. What are the enemy's attacking side options? There's 2.
Okay, they can either push side
Yep.
and make our flank unvaluable if
Mm-hmm.
they like kill the guys on side because they're 5v3,
Sure.
or they are rotating, making our teammates stacking on A inefficient.
Sure.
But then we need to come and make
Good.
it like we need to clutch
Yeah,
and get like 1 or 2 and get
You're
away.
you're making it really specific, which is good too. But I just want a general answer, which is they will either
Like they either
go
go or they
A
rotate it.
or they'll rotate. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And if I ask you the question, if you're here and they choose to rotate, will you know?
Yeah.
You
I will
will
call it.
by either you hearing fucking 3 people running back, or because at the higher levels they don't always run back when they rotate. They'll walk off, right? So you'll take contact. You'll kill 1 and they'll kill you, or you'll kill 2 and they'll kill you. You kill 3 and they'll kill you, or you kill all of them, or they'll just kill you and you don't get a kill, right? That's the scenarios that'll happen on this contact part,
Yeah.
right? And even if you die and you don't get anyone, will you know that they're leaving? Or at least
Yep.
thinking of leaving? Yeah, you'd be like, yo, they're fucking going back C, they're going C. And then the guys on A will start going back and rotating, right? And so it's getting paid. That's how you have to look at it. By you taking space, okay, we will know where they are, generally, using the rule of thirds, whether that they're in 2/3 or in 1/3. And then with that, we know. And you call that. Guys, they're all A. They're stuck. They're either going to go or rotate. Buy me time. I'm flanking, whatever. Okay, and then you will have a lot of information that can give your teammates good info on destroying them, because this will be stacked if you're flanking here by yourself and you know they're all A. They're going to all start booking it to A through the spawn. Right? Does that make sense? So this is key that you need to understand on why taking space is important. Yes, you took space, but I want it more. On defense, especially if you can get away with it in your lobby, you need to be getting away with it, because they're terrible players. They're unaware. They don't care about flank. You will win rounds a lot more. Okay? And I'll give you 2 tips
Yep.
on how to take space. The first one is to come here on the barrier, aggressive positioning at the start of the round. You listen for any noise, absolutely any misstep, and if there's nothing there, you vigilantly start slicing the pie and clearing and walking down. Okay? Because if you just listen, there's nothing there, and you just go, yeah, nothing there, you're gonna die. Because what if they're contacting
Yeah.
up? What if they contacted up and they made no noise? You just made the wrong read because of that part, so you just die. So that's why I always tell them, listen, there's nothing. Wait 3 seconds, then you start making sure they're not contacting up. Then you start taking the space. Call the information. Guys, I have C, nothing there. B or A. Then you start taking more space. Yo, nothing mid. Nothing window. I don't think they're B. They're all A. See how it works like that? Everything needs to come in together. Communication, awareness, stuff like that. Okay. The second one is if the conditioning is involved. Let's say, simple example. They went C 5 rounds in a row and they lost every single round, and it's 5-0 for you guys, and you're like, I don't think they're fucking gonna come C anymore. You come here, you go back to the first tip, round starts, and you listen, nothing there. Your teammate calls that they're A, so what does that mean? It confirms your read that you knew that they're not going to go C, then you start taking that space. And then you look at the minimap to see if I need to start running it down, slowing it down, etc., etc. Okay, the minimap tells you if you need to run or not. Because if they tell you there's 4, you need to start running. You're not going to walk. If they tell you there's 2, then you walk. Because you're not sure where the other 3 are. They could be mid. Right? So the information will help you. And information as in your teammates telling you this information, or the minimap information too, that will help tell you if I need to run, speed it up, or slow it down. And there's also conditioning involved as well, where if you flanked 4 times in a row, like, it's not a good idea to do it again. They're gonna wait for you, right? Good players know after 2 times that you're gonna do it again. So you can use that too once you're taking space. Like, you get here and like, wait, I fucking flanked 4 times and I killed them every time. I'm just gonna contain them, not commit. There's 2 ways of flanking. It's to commit, or you patiently contain. You just wait. because you know you've done it, or you know your teammates are telling you they're not in, they're playing slow, but they're stuck, right? Does that make sense? So,
Yep.
these are the ways to take space well. Okay, any questions? Oh, what was your question again?
No.
That you were on to ask. I hope that answered it, to be honest. But
Yeah.
okay, so this is key. This is money. This is how you have to look at it in Valorant on defense. It's fucking money. If you want to get paid, take space, get away with it. You make mistakes in the beginning. It's not gonna be good. I know that. Even me in the beginning, I had hard times clearing corners, dying all the time, walking out, and I built upon it. I was like, oh, walked out. I died here. Okay, next time I gotta walk out, clear this. Oh, I died here. Next time I gotta clear this. Then this. Okay, and then I died over here. The third time I gotta clear this. Then this. Then I gotta clear this too. I'm running through it. But you get my point, right? I built upon it where I like never die on flank. I know what the situation is, and like if I need to speed it up, play it slow. Just wait, be patient, or put myself in their shoes. Have they seen me do it multiple times, etc., etc.? That's like the highest level way of kind of thinking about things, is conditioning and tendencies and frequencies, which we're gonna touch on. Okay, so that's that. I hope that makes a lot of sense to you. Okay, let's move on. Because we're taking a lot of time, and not that I'm in a rush, but I just don't want to hold you too long where like this information is like your ADHD brain or something, you just can't focus. But some students we get to this point and they're like, bro, their mind starts slipping for some reason. Okay, last section and we're almost done. 4 notes. Okay, game sense / mental game. I don't think you show me too much of being a tilter or anything
Bro, I
like
am
that.
the biggest filter. Trust me.
Really? Okay, so that's a
Bro,
that's a
this game was just like no like Smurf enemies. No, I peek and get 5 times back-to-back headshotted insta.
yeah.
No fucking monkey idiots
So it
trolling
seems like you are like a internal tilter. Is that correct? Like
Bro.
you kind of like hold it in. You don't say it outwards like to people. Like me, I tell people, "Yo, you're
Game-
retarded. You're an idiot." Stuff like that.
Bro. It was just one game, trust me.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm just saying that's what I'm just seeing. But anyway, so
Yeah, yeah.
bro, just don't tilt. It's not productive. It's gonna make you play worse. Don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't tilt. Stay level-headed. Be calm. Breathe. Calm yourself down. Because if you're not able to do that, bro, you're gonna struggle to win games. Because a team where none of them panic, none of them tilt, versus a team where 2 people are tilting, or you know, not playing optimally because they're tilting, they're emotional. Who do you think is gonna win in the long term over 10,000 games, 10,000 rounds?
Game that is not tilting.
Yeah, it's edge. It's team edge. It's individual edge. It matters. People don't think this matters. Your mental is everything in Valorant, in life, business, getting girls, making money, work, your career. It's all mental. Okay, so really, really take care of this. And I wish you told me this early on, so that way we could have broke it down when we were talking, and I would have given you a lot of stuff. But that's pretty much what I say. It's not productive. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I am the guy that can fucking relate. I used to be really toxic and super mega tilter. I've been banned for 1 year in this game 3 times. That should tell you enough. Okay? That I'm a mega
Yeah, I
tilter
got also banned.
and crash out. Yeah, I can tell. Okay? With the information you're telling me. So, and do you want to not play because you're banned for a week? Or do you want to play? You want to fucking play. You know? Bro, right now I have an account that got banned. That's a ban for a year. And I have like $2,000 of skins on it. All my favorite skins. Prime Vandal, Reaver, everything. Ion Phantom, everything. Prime Phantom, my Sovereign Knife, Butterfly Knives. Like, bruh, and I'm playing on this fucking shitty ass account with 2 skins. Fucking this and this. You see, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's not productive. So just don't tilt. Don't be
Yeah.
egoing people and stuff. It's really important. I'm being really serious because I've changed as well to understand. Once I became a coach, I'm like, okay, it's like, bro, I'm grown. Like, be an adult. You know, just control your emotions, and that's that. Okay, so the first
Trust me,
note.
man.
Doesn't need to reload mid-fight, entry and scaling, bro. I don't know, bro. You
Yeah.
already know which round, bro. Like,
I was just fucking nervous, bro.
dog. You come out here, you're fucking shooting this guy.
I will
You
know
kill
it.
this guy, and you're reloading. I'm
In
pressing R and I
open,
can't,
yeah.
but you're fucking reload. You have 14 bullets. Come here, then. Okay, and the best players actually don't reload unless they need to. They might even have 7 bullets here in a clutch situation, and they don't reload. Because why? Why won't they? In a 1v1 situation.
They hear it, they can get
That's
it good timing,
it.
and yeah.
That's it. They can hear that this guy is fucking here reloading. It's information.
Yeah.
You're giving away stuff. But in your case, bro, you had to kill this guy, then come here, then reload quickly. Then get ready. Okay? But you're coming here, killing one, and then you're coming here, you're reloading as he's peeking you out in the open, bro. Right? You know how silly that is. So don't make it a habit to press R as soon as you get a kill. That's what I used to do too. I get a kill and then press reload and I'll die. Some guy peeks me. Kill him, clear the site, scale, get to safe position, then reload. Okay? So that's that. Any questions? Just a small note. Nothing crazy. Nothing?
No, bro, I actually never do that, and I
Sure.
actually always play
I'll,
operator, but I don't know.
I'll give
This
you the
I
benefit
don't
of
know. This
doubt
game was so weird.
that you're just nervous. It's fine. I fully understand.
Yeah.
But that's it. Okay. We
No,
don't
but
need. Yeah, go ahead.
bro, your quote was so true. Like knowing versus applying. That's like
Yeah.
that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's so
You know why
it
I know?
says so much.
You know why I know? Because I was the same as every average person where I knew I had problems, things to work on, mistakes I'm making, but I didn't do it. I didn't apply. And once I started applying, my life changed. Like in just life and Valorant, gaming, just getting girls. If you apply, it's over. It's literally over. Because imagine if we can always make mistakes, because we're human, we're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Okay, every day we make mistakes, and if we can keep applying the fix, the solution, the betterment of that, what we're doing, like never kind of or limiting the amount we're making that mistake, won't we become better as a person, as a thinker, be more aware, and we can put it in Valorant terms, better aim, better positioning, better game sense, better calling, better plans, better everything. If you can apply it to every aspect of Valorant, no? So that's how you
Yeah.
need to look at it. If you, and mark my words, bro, if you do this, the sky's the limit. And people think I'm talking shit when I tell that to students. They're like, "Oh, you're just blowing smoke up my ass to make me feel good." No, this is the fundamental mechanic on how to improve in anything in life. Anything. Climbing a tree, fucking eating fruits, playing the piano, playing an instrument, swimming, sports, bro, name anything. It applies. Your mind, your mental, your behavior, your awareness, money. If you know you're spending a lot of money and you don't fix it, you're gonna keep losing money, right? So I really want you to keep that thing I told you to heart. It's one thing to know.
Yeah.
It's another to fucking apply. Tell how many students this, and they still don't apply. And at that point, what am I supposed to do? It's out of my control. I set them up for success, but they don't want to succeed. That's on them. I've done my job, my part to push them in the right direction. Share with them all my knowledge, right? So understand that everything we talk today, you gotta take into heart and apply it to your game, to your life, and you'll become a better person. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying you'll be like even better of a person if you're a good person,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
more aware, knowing how people are, etc., etc. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. 3 more notes. He's pretty aware. Can account for mid when rotating back. This is a high level trait. Okay. You don't know how many students I told they're like rotate. They're like rotate, and they just rotate like this, and they just get dinked from the side of the head. They're like this. But you said rotate, guys, and you're ready. This is really high level. Always, always just see. Sometimes I'll even run backwards because I know that people use that sound when people run by to take that timing and kill them. Because I do it, right? Especially in window.
Yeah.
When I'm window and I hear them rotate, I'm like, yo, they're running, they're running. I don't fucking peek the first guy. I wanted more, so I
Yeah.
let them all run by. And as soon as the last guy runs by, I peek. And so that's why I understand when I'm rotating. I look here. And then, if my teammates are coming, I tell them, yo, watch your window, watch your window. And I start going. Or if I'm the last guy, okay, my teammates have gone before, I come, and I'm just like this. I'm literally like this. I'm not joking. And I'll come here, and I go back, like, I'm making
Yeah.
sure they don't take a timing. Right? You understand that logic there? So,
Yep.
This was really good by you. I admire it a lot. Get that better. Get it better. You can even take it a step further to just quickly clear this and then start going back. Stuff like that. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay, let's move on. Get better at tendencies and frequencies and track what the enemies and individuals do on a whole level, individual level. Okay, before this note, this will be the last one, but before that one, I said be more aware of the mini map. So I want you to kind of, and you know, when I ask students a lot of times, how many times you look at the mini map, what would you say in a one round on average?
Bro, twice. Max.
Bruh. Okay, it's gotta
I
be.
don't know, bro.
No, I think you look more than twice because you're quite aware. But you need to look back at the minimap to your POV minimum like 20, 30 times around. When you're holding, look quickly what's going on across the map. If you see on the stream, my eyes are going to the top left. Okay, you're rotating, look. You're flanking, look. Your fucking minimap is like getting paid. Information. Remember what I said? If you want to get paid, we
Yeah.
need to be super mega aware by looking at the minimap. So look
On
at the
defense, yes.
on
But
attack,
on attack, I was thinking from
defense,
attack.
doesn't matter. 20, 30 times. You entering and fucking scaling, look at the fucking minimap. You need to build yourself to that level. You know why? Because I'm at that level. And I'm not even that good. Think about pros. They're so fucking aware. They're on the entry. They do this. Oh, and he just knows this guy's here. Because there's a question mark on the minimap. You understand?
Yeah.
Look at the minimap. There's times where I entry and scale, and I look at the minimap to read the situation. What is going on? Where are my teammates positioned? Where can they play off each other? Where am I? Where are the enemies coming from? Okay, but anyways, so look at the minimap more. Okay, like practice. Go around in a custom. Always put your crosshair head level. Run around. Okay, you look at an angle. Look at the minimap. You're running around, holding. Look at the minimap. Okay, look at the minimap. Look at the minimap. Look at the minimap. Just keep looking at the minimap as you're clearing these corners. Look at the minimap. Look at the minimap. Okay, and you'll get really, really good awareness, like elite level awareness, where no enemy can go unaccounted for. That's the type of awareness you'll get. Where one question mark, you saw him, and you're like, "Yo, he's here. He's here." He kills him, and your teammates are gonna be like, "How the fuck did you know?" And you just tell them, "Because I'm that good." Okay, like I do. I was just like, yo, I'm fucking good. Anyway, so that's it. So, last note: get better at tendencies and frequencies. What is tendencies and frequencies? Do you know? Do you?
Tendency is something like possible, and frequency is like something like guaranteed or some like frequent, and tendency is like. Am I getting it right? I don't know.
So I'll tell you. Okay. Tendencies is in the name. What you tend to do. What he tends to do. What I tend to do. What we tend to do. Right? And for that, and frequency is in the name. Frequent. How frequent is it? Is it once a half? 5 times a half? 7 out of 12 rounds? 1 out of 12 rounds? 0 out of 12 rounds? 12 out of 12 rounds? It doesn't have to be in fractions too. It can be in words. It's really likely. It's permanent. It's all the time. Not permanent. Not all the time. Sometimes. Possible. Very possible. Not possible. Not very, very possible. You see how I can put into words too? And so you can go either way, but it's better that you track in numbers because you're specific. You know exactly the percentage, right? 1 out of 5 is 20%, right? Stuff like that. You know the majority, the minority. So it's important that you do it that way. But why this is important? Okay, I'm gonna explain it. I'll send you a video as well to explain it further as well. If I do a bad job, but why this is important on attack and defense? Maybe I should ask you, why do you think it's important?
What exactly?
Tendencies and frequencies. Why is it important? You know, why is it important to know what they like to do and how many times they do it? Why is that important?
Oh, you. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I thought you mean like what I do
No, 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 no,
frequently,
no.
and
Why that matters in this game? Tendencies and frequencies.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, and I'll tell you. I'll just
yeah.
tell you.
Because
Yeah, go
we
ahead, go
can
ahead.
get a better read.
Yes, that's it.
When we know
Simple.
like there's always someone
Yeah.
lurking, then
We just fucking set up a trap for him.
and
We're on
hit.
defense. We know the Cypher's always fucking mid by himself. He likes to lurk. his frequency is 5 out of the 5 rounds that we just played, or 7 out of 9 rounds, that's the majority. No, it's a very, very likely he's gonna do it. Then we can set up a trap. We can set up people to hold for him, 3 people or a 3-man push to kill him. Whatever. We can find solutions off that read. Does that make sense? And on attack, it's really important, even though on defense it's just as important, because we need to figure out what their setup is. We need to know if Cypher likes to, and Chamber or Sage likes to play, like for example, Sage was like always C. I kind of forgot the other guys' things because I wasn't tracking. I was watching you play, but you gotta track this stuff. Being like, okay, wait, Sage is permanently C. This guy's always here. This guy's Reyna and Clove is always mid. And then when you understand that to the T, you've tracked it over 5 rounds, 6 rounds. Pros, good players can, after 2, 3 rounds, understand. We can come up with a solution to move them where we want to, and then we can destroy them by getting on site for free somewhere else. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And it's not only important to understand how they are as a team. Guys, they're fast rotating, they're aggressive, they're passive as a whole. They like to take space everywhere. They like to do 3-man pushes. Okay, that's the whole team level. It's extremely important you understand the individuals, like you said, and not one individual, all 5. Yo, Cypher's a lurker. This guy's always sitting here. This guy's always here. Sage is always walling C. This guy's always jump peeking here. You put it together. This is their setup. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. And then it's always Reyna, Jet on A, Sage on C, Chamber on B, Clove in window. Imagine if we knew that information to the dot. Like they do it 8 out of 10 times. What can we do? We can find weak spots and know what is strong, what is weak. And we can crush them. Right? And this is where this comes into play. Not only do you need to track this, but you need to store it. You need to have a mental memorization mind where you've seen this guy here 3 times. You gotta know you saw it 3 out of 3 times. This guy's lurked 5 times. He's lurked 5 times. This guy's been on C every single time. He's on C every single time. He's been going C, A, back and forth 4 out of 8 times. Like he goes back and forth half the time. There's a 50% chance he's either C or A. Does that make sense? And that information can come big with sentinels. That's the big information, right? We need to know what a cipher is. We're not going to run into the cipher. It's harder to go in, no? So that's how you have to kind of look at it. Okay? Any questions with this?
Okay, so let's say we don't have like an initiator that can break the cipher trips,
Mm-hmm.
and we're on a map with like 2 sides, like A and B.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you like trying to updraft above the trip?
Yeah, once I've
Or not?
realized, and I use tendencies and frequencies, if he's put that trip there every time, I know I need to updraft dash it or kill it, right? But if he's put it there like 2 out of 5, is that more or less than 50%? Less, right? So it's like, it might not be there, it might be there sometimes. We can even use a different example where it's like 2 out of 6 or 2 out of 8. It's probably not going to be there. So maybe I can take that gamble to go out, right? But, it's a little bit more specifics. But, yeah, like you said, if, the chambers, we have no utility to break it, and I realize that the cipher is putting the same trip every time. Yeah, it's easy to play around it, no? But if I didn't, then I'd be dashing into this and dying, probably, right? So that's why tendencies and frequencies in this game, you understanding the small details of what you've seen before, how they like to do it, what rate it is important for everything. Utility being placed, where they like to put it all the time. Okay, the people, how they play. Are they aggressive? Is he passive? Is he a lurker? Is he a rat? Is he a very smart player? Is he a very good player? And as a whole, are they rotating quickly? Are they stacking? Are they aggressive? And on defense, are they running it down all the time? Are they running a lot of fakes? Are they defaulting more than they are running it down? This is important because, like, remember when I told you I get instant solutions? This is where I get it from. It's through obviously experience at this level now because I've been through the process already of learning that. And this is all the stuff I taught you today is self-taught. I literally did it all by myself through experience, making so many fucking mistakes, losing so many games. And even before I became a coach, I probably didn't know how to put these things into words, the things I was doing. I just did it. But now, as I became a coach, I learned how to put what I did and help me win and climb and hit my goal was I could put it into words, and that's what we all talked about today. Everything I did, but I didn't know how to put it in words. Now I do, so I'm explaining it to you. But tendencies and frequencies helps me get that instant solution. And I'll give you some. If I've realized they're running it down 5 out of 7 times, is it very likely they're gonna run it down somewhere again?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I
You're gonna
use
run
that and I
down.
go, guys, we need to fast rotate. They're running it down. I have an instant adjustment, instant solution. It can even be 3 rounds. To me, I'm at that level where like 2, 3 rounds. If I see them run it down 2, 3 times, I just tell my team, yo, they're running it down. And then I tell them, guys, we need to fast rotate. Take space. Start taking space where they are not. And they do that. And then we get information. We know where they are. When we know where they are, we generally know what they can do. And we just stomp them. Okay? So it's and then there's other ones. I realized they've default play slow a lot as a whole team, and when they play slow as a whole team, it's Cypher A lobby throwing his smoke for the lobby, and it's always Reyna Jet. Sometimes Clovis C, sometimes he's mid. Chamber is C too, right? I can kind of know what is weak, what they have at their disposal at that part of the map. Does that make sense? So
Yep.
it's really important. And then also, it's not important. It's not just important to track and store, but it's extremely important to relabel. Yo, they're running it down. Let's fast rotate. They start playing slow. You gotta be like, yo, they're starting to play slow now. Default anchor. We don't need to over rotate anymore. The answers come from the read, and then you reapplying that thought process of like, what have they changed? What's different? Okay, this has changed. Now they're showing me this. Now I gotta track that. Okay, now maybe that's their adjustment. You see how like the chess game comes into play? And I don't know if you play chess, but it's not just, oh, they're going C. Oh, he put his pawn here, so I'm gonna put my pawn there. They're thinking fucking 50, 30 steps ahead. They're trying to think, yo, if they're going C, but can we take space here? Will they be ready for that? This, boom, 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 boom. Okay? It's like a constant push and pull. The attackers are gonna do something. We see that, we process that information, we store it, and then we find an adjustment. They understand we've adjusted, so then they switch something up and do something else. We see that a new thing, we track and store that, store it, find an adjustment, try to stop what they're doing. You see how it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth forever until one team wins. Right? So that's how you have to look at Valorant. It's super, super complicated. It's more than just WASD running around shooting people in the head. It's come to that
Yeah.
point now too. There's a lot of brain work involved. A lot of reads, intuition, experience, and intuition is like your spidey senses. Sometimes I'm just like, yo, I know they're gonna do it, and they just do it. It's like I'm cheating. I don't even know how I do it. But I built that through making mistakes, seeing a lot of scenarios, losing the scenarios, winning the scenarios. Okay? Experience overall, knowledge, studying pro play, watching VODs, studying good players. That's where it comes from. Okay? So that's that. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, so that's that. That's all your notes. Don't worry, I'm gonna send you the notes. There's gonna be a VOD for you to review and revisit what we were talking about. Let's just talk about your training real quick. So, how are you training? I know you don't have a lot of time, but
I'm just going to range like 5 minutes, shooting the bots, then doing like one medium, one hard. Then I'm going to like 2 death matches, and then I'm starting the ranked.
okay. So with the amount of time you have, I probably wouldn't recommend aim trainer because you don't have much time. But I mean, you can if you want. So I'm gonna send you all the resources. I'm gonna send you the notes, the VODs, um, the playlist that got me to Immortal 3 on you have Kovacs or Aimlabs or no?
I have aim labs.
Okay, so I'll give you my Aimlabs one. So the Aimlabs playlist got me to Immortal for the first time. So I'll give you that one. And then I will give you also 2 videos on a range routine. The whole range routine will be about 30 minutes. So I'd rather you so this is how I would like you to structure before you play is aim range, do a DM and play. Okay? If you can.
Yep.
Because you don't have enough time to put in, so it's fully understandable. But even with just this playlist, this range routine alone will improve your aim a lot. And then also you can incorporate just doing more DMs as well. Um, so that's that. So I'll send you the video, the notes, the range routine, the playlist if you want to use it. I'm trying to think what I need else I need to send you. Yeah, and I think that's it for you. I don't think I need to show. Yeah, because you don't have Kovacs, but um, and don't worry.
The one
Yeah,
guy with the posture and with the aim doctor, the one
which
talked
guy?
about.
Which guy?
The CS pro
Oh yeah,
coach
Dr. Rambo
aim
Kim.
guy.
Not doctor.
Yeah.
Rambo Kim. He's not a doctor, but well, he calls himself the AIM doctor. So,
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah.
We'll call him Doctor Rambo Kim. I'll send you the link. So, VOD notes, the playlist, the two range video. One, there's a first part, second part. I'll label it for you. There's a basic part, and then there's an advanced part, and then the Dr. Rambo Kim. Okay, so that's that.
Yep.
Because if I were to show you, it's gonna be another 30 minutes, and the video is gonna do that anyways, and you can replay it and stuff like that. I don't want to waste. I don't want to keep you longer. It's been so long already, but
Yeah.
that's that. So really good job today. I think you have a lot of potential. If I were to sum up the session, you're a balanced player. So you need to work on your aim plus the game sense. Not because one is worse than the other, but because it's already high at both. So maintain them both and get them both up so one doesn't fall behind, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Right? So that's that. Do you have any questions?
I was just gonna ask, like, when you get your account back, just like, because I was interested,
When you want
like
to
the other main account.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a while. Not gonna lie. So I got that banned last year in April when I was just not playing at all. I just played for fun. I was just trolling, and it got unbanned this April, and then I was just trolling again, and then I got banned for a year. So next year on my main, but I mean this account's I already hit immortal on this account, but
Nice.
yeah. So but yeah. So before do you want to book for the next session now? Because that'll be better. So that
Yep.
way you don't lose a slot or something like that. Because I'm getting pretty busy again. But what days work for you?
Bro, always the weekend. 'Cause, like,
Okay,
in the week
you wanna
with the
just
gym and shit, I have zero
you
time.
wanna
Like,
just do the same time every week, Sunday?
I would maybe say Friday or Saturday
Okay.
works better. 'Cause then, like, I don't need to be
Okay.
quiet, you know?
We can do Friday. We can do a little bit earlier, I guess. 12 p.m. You're 6 hours ahead of me, right? What time is it right now for you? 12 a.m. 12:12.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's do Friday at 6 p.m. your time. Is that okay? 12
Yep.
p.m. my time, 6 p.m. your time. So let me put you down.
Yep.
And then also remember, the session will be different. We're gonna play 2 to 3 games, and then every round I'm gonna apply. You know how I gave you all this knowledge for you to apply? Don't worry.
Yep.
If you do sessions moving forward with me, I will help apply these things with you in your game in real time. Where you make a mistake, I'm like, what'd you do wrong? What could be better on the entry scale? Or what's the read? You're not reading. What's their setup? Tell me. Okay, what should have been the better call? You'll ask me questions. We'll bounce ideas off each other. This, that, and then you'll really get good really fast. I've had some students come to me, plat, gold. They get coaching for 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 7 weeks. They're immortal too now, right? Because the first session is really important. I share them all my knowledge, and then every session I just help them adjust, make mistakes. We learn from the mistake. We break it down. What could have been better, and boom, and you kind of my way of thinking rubs off to them, and then they're off to their journey by themselves at some point, and that's what I want. I wouldn't want you to get coaching with me for the rest of your life, like some do, like, because they don't apply. They don't apply. I'm not calling anybody out, but some do. Some students they can't apply, and they've been getting coaching from me for like 6 months, and they still are the same rank, almost the same rank. I'm like, bruh, right? I tell them I don't want to coach you anymore. Get to your fucking goal. And you being like, yo, Parks, thank you so much for coaching me, and that's that. I hit my goal. I want to thank you, and I'll be like, I'm so proud of you. That's it. It's over. I don't want to take your money. I want you to hit your goal, right? So that's how I look
Yeah.
at it. So I want you to apply this type of stuff immediately, every single session, every game. And don't worry, after every game as well, I'll be writing notes. So we'll break it down briefly. It won't be like this. It'll be very quick, 20-minute breakdowns after a game. And then we'll get into the next game and I'll be like, okay, this is what we're going to focus on for the next game. And you'll see how much you'll improve by you doing and thinking like that. Okay, so that's that. I'll see you Friday at 12 p.m. And so before you go, I really want you to ask yourself this question. It's rhetorical. I always, I asked you in the beginning, what do you want? What did you tell me? You don't need to tell me. You're like, I want to be Immortal 3, Radiant, content creator, coach in the future, right? You don't want to go
Yep.
pro.
Yep.
And so if that's what you want, yeah, you always got to ask yourself, how badly do I want it? And what am I willing to sacrifice for it? And why? So that way you don't lose purpose. You don't quit. You don't give up. It doesn't get harder. And as a coach, my expectation now, once you've told me this, and obviously you can change this a little bit as you go, it's your goal, but you got to be a man of your word. I expect you to hit your goal now. That's how I look at it.
Yep.
Because I would want that from me too. If I had a coach, I would want him to be like, you told me you want this, you need to get it. And so I put that
Yeah.
on you as well, where you need to start digging deep. I know you're working in school and stuff, you don't have much time, but when you play, you really got to focus on winning, applying the knowledge, getting as much experience as you can, because you don't have 40 hours a week like some of my students do. They do have a fucking full-time job in Valorant, right? You only have a part-time job, 10 hours a week. It's very low. And in this game, it takes a lot of hours, but I still believe you can hit this goal with 10 hours a week. As long as you're consistent, using the protocol of improving, like we talked about, applying it, and being creative, being confident, stuff like that. So really ask yourself every day, what do I want? This is what I want. And what do I want? How badly do I want it? What am I willing to sacrifice? And this isn't just a Valorant thing. You can use that in your real life. What is my goals? This is what I want. How badly do I want it? What am I willing to sacrifice? And you visualize yourself in those moments and times when you have it, like Conor McGregor did when he knocked out Jose Aldo. He thought to himself while he was training for 4 months for the fight, telling himself, I'm going to knock him out like this. He visualized it, right? And it happened.
Yeah.
That's the power of visualization. So that's that. I don't want to keep you longer. Very good job today. I think you have a lot of potential. Keep working. Do all the aim stuff I'm gonna show you in the DMs and review the notes, review the VOD, and play as much as you can. And yeah, I'll see you Friday and we'll talk then. Okay?
Yep.
Yep. Good job today, bro. Really appreciate it. I'll
Thanks,
see
man.
you. No worries, man. Any questions you have, let me know throughout the week. Okay?
Yep.
All right, bro. Peace. Later, man.
Yeah, man. See you.
Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Woo! Session is over. Is over. So there isn't many people watching. I probably have to do some stuff real quick. I'm gonna eat, work out, and then I'll be back in about a couple hours. I'll probably play on stream, but that's that. Um, yeah. Any questions from the chat? I'll wait for 5 minutes. If not, I am out of here. Any questions? Nope, nobody. All right, well that's that. I'm gonna end stream. I'll be back probably later tonight or tomorrow. I got a couple more sessions tomorrow. That's that. Good job, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. See you guys on the Discord. Oh fuck, I got a lot of sessions tomorrow.